Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever you are, let me welcome you to this another episode of the Saudichress show. Of course, as you know, this is the new year 2024. And of course, I'm sure that many of you looking forward to this another episode. We were on a really long break, a Christmas break, which of course the Saudichress crew themselves need a little break. It was a very long year, a year that, you know, caught me by surprise. Never know that I'll be able to continue this show or to do such an epic here in terms of putting across these episodes from streaming to podcast. But without you, with your support, you're able to, maximize our true potential and continue to share with you some wonderful information out there as it relates to sports. More so for the past couple of months, football. And again, I want to welcome you. But before we move on to our panelists, I really want to say before they comes on, because they themselves will have to wish you a happy new year. But I want to say to you, for those who make sure as soon as you come in, people, you hit the like button. And if you have not yet done so, ensure that you subscribe to be a part of this wonderful family. I want to say this too, because we are on a mission and a real mission for this year. For very soon, a matter of fact, we want to ensure that we reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of January. It's not too far off, just about 150 more subscription, and we should go. So I'm sure that you will be able to help. So again, we're coming up to the new year, and we have to do things differently, and we want to continue to say thanks to those who are with us. All right. So big up yourself, dear Thompson. So by now, people, of course, we have two of our panelists joining with us. We have Tom Stranger, ever early, and the man Ronaldo Rankin, who we have not seen in a little while, right? So, welcome, gentlemen. How are you? Happy New Year to this
Happy
another
New Year, man. Stranger, bless up. Study, bless.
Happy New Year's to y'all, man. More blessings. Well wishes to the New Year's.
Yes, man.
yes, yes,
Boy, it's
yes.
hard here just to work.
Yeah, I understand, gentlemen. I know it is, and by so doing, we have to do what we have to do, right? No, I also have somebody I have to big up first and foremost. I must big up Andrew Fraser, Andrew Granny Fraser, a fan of the Saudichress show, and also a people member who has brought this microphone. First, I'm seeing one people live and direct. A studio microphone, of course, a table microphone, one that can use up to four persons who can use it at the same time. And this is the first time using it, and this is my first night test. So let me know how it sounds. So big up yourself, Andrew Granny Fraser, and thank you very much for presenting this to the Saudichress show. Blessings. So things are moving on. What say you people? So of course the gadgets are coming in. I'm sure that as we go by based on how people appreciate the show and what we have done, they will also continue to sponsor. So we'll have a few more people coming in. So Laron, he's Mr. Producer. And I'm gonna introduce to you the producer for tonight's show. And he's asking me to drop the link in the show. Don't tell me that you don't see the link. All right. So I'm gonna drop the link in the show. Where am I now? All right. So there you go. So you can jump in, people. And as we said tonight, that we're gonna look at, and we want to look at the 2023 sports year in review. I say sports in review because there are so many things, and I'm sure many of us would have loved and understand what we were doing over the past couple of months. Football take the center stage, but as you know, schoolboy football was an epic season. It was a wonderful season. It I don't know how to describe it, but I wonder if we'll see something like this or even better next year. Who knows? Football in its general, that's how it is, and we do appreciate it. The season to me is not yet over because coming up in a few days, and you'll have at least two more, three more football games to view where schoolboys are concerned. But we're gonna leave that for later until we dunk it. So here comes our producer, Mr. Laron Francis. Big up yourself, Mr. Francis. Welcome to the show. This is our producer,
New
gentlemen.
Year again, yeah, sir.
Why is the producer, bossy brother?
Now, man, but they get the link, but may I use my laptop for this or so.
Oh, okay, no
Yeah,
problem, no problem. And
Yeah,
that's
man.
good.
Happy New Year, everyone, man.
yeah, man. Bless up, man. See you to you.
Yeah, man. Blessed New Year, same way.
Bless up my college brother. What you mean?
Wow.
No, on college, I support tell everyone. I support on college to you.
Lower key CC, man.
People who don't really,
Laron full attack.
I don't think I know why I respond to the college brother thing.
Yeah, another show. That's one another show, sorry.
Yes, that I'm gonna leave it now because this seems to be a very long show, and I can tell you, we're looking at the sports in review, and I'm sure that football again will take the center stage. So I'm not leaving out any fans as it relates to sports. We don't want the persons who support cricket knowing that how cricket is dying in Jamaica. My God, it's pain in my heart to say that, but it is the reality. Track and field. There are some very interesting events, some very interesting results over the past year with track and field. So we can't leave them out. And guess what, people? We talk about football and we look at just the senior reggae girls football. But remember, I just want to bring to you, if you don't remember, that we have a schoolgirl football competition. So we have to look at that as well later on. So, gentlemen, how was the season? How was your Christmas break?
The Christmas break for me was really a resting break, really. I got like a week off work, so I just went back to work yesterday. So then I went to New York for the Christmas holiday for just the Christmas holiday, like 2 days I went to New York for and
Mhm.
came
Last time. All right, seems like Tom having some other issues there. Anybody hearing Tom? I'm just the only one. Well, you
Look like
can
him
confirm.
drop off, man.
All right.
He
Seems
soon
like
come back.
him. Seems like him in internet time device and Christmas break same way. Ranking, how was your Christmas break, sir?
Me can't speak like Tom, because me work through the whole Christmas period. I actually got my first day off on New Year's Day, actually.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it was hectic, but Christmas is all about family. So my family came to visit. I visited some family myself.
Mhm.
A lot of food, a lot of drinking, a lot of laughing. So yeah, at the end of the day, that what for me at least, that what Christmas is about. I mean, I have the food and the family. There's not
Okay.
much you can really ask for. So yeah, and you
Yes.
have life. You live to see another year, so you have to just be thankful for that.
yeah.
Oh my God, this is serious. This is serious. Mindset saying schoolboy football are not elite. Should they scrap the competition? I don't understand. I'm not sure what you're actually coming off. What is your mission? Why would you say such a thing for mindset? Is it that you're
Me think me understand where you must say still in a little way.
I am
Yeah.
forced now for him to give us some clarity. I think I know the direction where he's going, but I want to know where is he coming from with that. Well, we can also have the discussion. But Sir Laron, how was your break? And as you talk about your break, I want you to help us to drive this program tonight. We're looking at the whole football here in review, sports review in here. How do we start? Where do we
um,
start?
First of all, the holiday season was good. Um, like ranking, we work all through the holiday except Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So never really get much of a break. Going into the new year, I don't know what my daughter carrying from daycare, but the whole house have flu. So just a recover
I
from that. So
push.
bad way to start off the new year being sick, but that's how it go. Fight it through.
Well, I think it's just a matter of slow down period. I don't think you're not sick.
All right,
How,
slow down
how is
period.
your daughter? How is your daughter, Laron?
Huh?
How is your
How's that?
daughter? Better? Your daughter, is she
Yeah,
better?
man, she's doing much better, man. I run around and thing, and she get
Ah,
better. She get better before everybody. So
wonderful. You know, so we can be certain things in the book. We don't want the kids feel, you know,
yes,
we go
man.
already.
Because at the end you wake up with some fever, I'm frightened, brother.
No, so same
Oh,
thing.
my
I
life.
same thing. Remember, me did that tell you the other day say the whole 06 same way
Yes, you
in
had that. You
Saudi.
had that. You had
I
that
had the
too.
same thing inside in my house the other day to Laron. It's like a
Yeah,
bug I
man.
go round.
Yeah, man. That's how it go, man. Because everybody at work sick too, so that's how
Mm-hmm.
it go.
Yes, boss. I tell you. Well, for me, it was hectic. Hectic, as you know. Get a break from work, but still working. Never stop work. Break from the building, I must say. Which I believe was good. Get some family time for real. And I start out the New Year's Day with a really um, massive, massive family and friend reunion at home. Cook
Yeah.
up a storm. Yeah, man. Have some real exotic food and everything.
Sorry,
You say you have a rabbit for real,
Oh,
Sadi?
sorry.
yeah.
Rabbit.
Yes, boss.
Yes, a family and friend reunion. I'm gonna hear about that. Send me a friend.
Let me put it this way: family and friend in close proximity.
uh,
And I tell you the truth, ranking, if life's period next year it would be bigger, and in that mode I'll be able to extend invitations to wide and far the entire Saudichress family. You could even travel if you want.
Yeah,
But
man, that would be awesome.
and let me tell you, I must say that
the
before.
next year, no Sadi, nobody, you don't ship out the invitation already.
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
You must a stranger take time off next year,
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. But then the next year.
Hey, let me tell you what's the strange thing about it, and not so
Uh,
strange because Trevor was there as well. It was really a surprise. That's about 3 days before called me to say that he'll be in the country. Never give us any update, but so a few surprises as it relates to that. But trust me, it was a good one. Mr. Lee asked me to send a package for him, but Trevor Trevor said, "Nah, carry that boss. Him better to consume it." Boy, I hope you join.
The
Trust
wrong
me.
Trevor, man.
Saying the wrong Trevor.
That's
Yes, sir. So that's so much for it. Let's go, gentlemen. Really and truly big time. I must say that Mr. Lee said that he will join us late, and let's see what happened. Well, Aaron, gentlemen, sports year in review. Where do we start? Um, did we have any sporting event of note, excitement in January of last year? Eh? I think based on information, we started out looking at February, and I will lead the room because in February, our girls, the Jamaica senior women's team, could have actually played in the Cup of Nations, right, Laron?
yeah,
They
yeah.
played a game,
Think they went to Australia.
yes, and they played the first game they played,
Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, something like that.
and they would have lost all three games. Or for the last most of the games. The first game they played, they lost 3-0 to Spain. And if you all remember how Spain did in the World Cup, there's nothing to be ashamed of then. So yes, they lost 3-0 to Spain in Australia. And of course that was preparation for the World Cup. Good preparation, I believe. And I think it worked out well. They also lost to the Czechs in Australia. Czech 3-2. At least they scored 2 goals in that game, which gave us, some stability to our football, I would say.
Yeah,
They
your
played
feedback somewhere, Sadi. I wish what that come from.
somebody
Like
moving
somebody are
around,
moving. It's like somebody moving.
you know. All right,
No.
stop now.
It
Yeah,
sound like
yeah,
when somebody move furniture in a house, sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I know nobody now move around me, so me know.
No, no, it sound better now still.
When I'm talking, you hear it?
No, me just in a hear it while you talk, not
Oh,
when you talk, just while
all
you
right.
talk.
Let's see if it's cool. All right. So Australia actually blanked us, a 3-0 win as well over Jamaica, the Reggae Girls. And that's where we got eliminated from that tournament. Anybody remember the tournament?
Yeah, I actually remember the tournament. It was really in preparation for the World Cup. It was an invitation tournament that we got invited to.
Hmm.
I think USA was another CONCACAF nation that was invited to that tournament as well. So I think we
Okay.
and USA from CONCACAF were actually in that tournament, if memory serves me right.
How did the USA perform?
I'm not even sure. I think they went on to the latter stages. I'm not sure if they won. I think Australia did win the tournament there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, to piggyback off what Laron said, Australia did win the home tournament. It was won by them.
Australia, yes.
Hmm.
But that Jamaica team that went, they were well in preparation. I think they could have, they would have learned a lot. They would have gained a lot through it, and I think it was a very good tournament for them. Seeing what transpired and how the World Cup ended, or not just ended, but how it actually came through, would have given us quite a lot of optimistic coming from that tournament. Well, after that, we continue. Just gonna look at some the senior reggae girls going towards the World Cup, and then we can flip the script as we take on other games from other sporting events. But there was some CST games, right? And that was in June, end of June to July. And these
Yeah.
again were preparation for the FIFA World Cup. So the girls get quite a number of games under their belt going into the World Cup, I believe. I think it was the best I've seen um, any senior team going to a World Cup and getting that level of preparation. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I thought so too. I think they had a lot of game time with each other and stuff. Get to know all each other movements, get to know each other well, and I think that's why they was so influential in that World Cup. And I think the girls they did a great job. You know, in that World Cup also. I think the girls really put Jamaica back on the map one more time. You know,
Mhm.
better they remember that we still around, still because the boys are doing good also, but the girls that what the girls did was like history. It
Yes.
wasn't it would never been done before by any Jamaican team, and they did that. So we gotta give them a lot of credit for doing that.
Okay, okay. So they go
And
through.
sorry, let
Yes,
me
yes,
just
go ahead.
jump on what Stranger said. When I saw that group in Saudi,
Mhm.
with
The World
France
Cup.
and Brazil, yeah, man, Saudi, I gave us zero chance. So let me just come out and say that I gave Jamaica zero chance to get anything. And when we played France, that year we played France first, because I watched all
Yes.
of those games. I think they were
Mm-hmm.
all 3 o'clock games in the morning. And I when we played France and we drew, I said, oh God, you know? And I was so
Yeah.
proud. And then
Uh,
when Jamaica got take on Brazil, I said, I was really a God. I first me I watch football and man, I know Saudi, when I say ecstatic man, proud, like me want cry and laugh at the same time. Me I tell them man, me really proud of the girls. It's just a shame. it's just a shame how everything break down with the coach and the girls and BFF. But we're gonna get to that. We're not spoil the show. We'll get to that.
Well, that's it. I mean, it is what we call a review. So whatever
And
comes
that
to
everything lead back to in a ranking. Everything lead back to right there where you did going up. Is it everything lead back to right there,
It just, it
regardless, you
just,
know?
it just sad. Yo, me I tell you, just sad. When I have we senior girls right now, the coach create history gone. Why? Me I tell you, it's like one. What they say? 1 foot forward, 2 step back. Yeah, I tell you, bro.
right.
I tell you.
You know, you're talking about it's another show. You know, when that whole scenario is very, very big. It's very, very big, but it is what it is. So the World Cup, the big show, France and Jamaica, Nilal. My God, as what Rankin said, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Jamaica win that game, the nil all, you know.
Of course, Jamaica win the game, Nilal.
And that
Jamaica,
and
Jamaica won
Hey,
that game.
that's what let everyone start
Laron, you couldn't
believing
say
the
it no
team.
better. We
It's
win.
not, eh?
You can't tell me nothing. We win the game there.
Yes. That put the belief in everybody still in a Laron.
Yeah, man.
That let
Everybody
everybody
believe.
start believe after we draw that match against France. Everyone think like we have a chance now. 'Cause if we can draw with France, yeah.
Nah, tell them, man. And then we have a CONCACAF neighbors, Panama next. And
Hmm.
we've been beating them, so we were looking
Yeah,
forward to a good result against them, which we
yeah.
got. So
Hey, it was massive. When we listen, I woke up in the morning, boss, and me I tell us, me just beat myself. Why the hell me get up so early if you watch this match? I should have just wait for the results. And
Hmm.
I remember a clear cut chance that France got and threw it away, and I said, wow, this means Jamaica have a chance, man. And I was
Eh,
watching and I said, oh, so, hey, listen, I was more of a hopeful fan that morning than a cheering fan.
it
And
was
I
an
lie.
ugly game, but we make it work
mhm.
through it. Like
It's a,
that's how we wanted to play. Ugly game. It was an ugly game.
But all
Yeah,
the
that France
games that we
game
played was
robust.
ugly, really. Like we
Yeah.
know we that's all we really panned it out because we cannot play pretty with them, with other teams.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, never throw out something very controversial, And
Mm.
when I go disagree with me.
I bet you any
Cause
money. I bet
We
you
no
money
must
me know what you
yeah,
have to
disagree.
say.
Why disagree
you,
after the night?
you, maybe tell any money study you can know.
Is all right. You
Gentlemen,
want me
what
to
one
ask,
thing?
ask a
Do
question?
ask the question, sorry.
Can you play better and lose?
And not even that, And not even that, sorry. Does Jamaica play better without Khadija Shah in the team? That's a question for the panel, That's a question for the panel. Me I go give my
Him
point first. Um,
go on, ranking.
yeah, me I go first game. Me I make you hold on to get a
Yeah, man,
chance.
go on, man, go on, man.
When I think the one game I won was against Panama, and
Money.
Khadija was suspended for it. Um, I'm not taking away the superstar that she is, but it's like I said to one of my friends other day that Khadija Shah is what Leon Bailey is for Jamaica. We are not taking away that they are superstars for their clubs, but I don't know what happens when they put on the yellow shirt. I I I am so frustrated with Khadija. And the reason why I'm so frustrated is because she's that good. You wanna get what I'm trying to say? When you know that a
Hmm.
person is that good and you're getting next to nothing. I'm hearing that she was injured during the tournament and what have you. If that's the case, then I sympathize with what she could have done. But I'm telling you, it was so underwhelming. And one game we didn't play her. I saw so much fluidity. Maybe it's because the team was lesser, because with all the respect to Panama, but I don't know. It's just something controversial. I always said that. I think the reggae girls play, let me say, more fluid. Let me not say better than to respect Khadija. Without her in the team. You can give your thoughts now, guys.
Me think as what you say, you have a point. You have a point. Um, I think when Khadija Shah wasn't in that Panama game, the players they get more chance to express themselves. You know,
Thank you, stranger.
it's
Thank you.
like they don't got to get the ball and say, yo, Khadija Shah, we got to find and all these stuff like that. It's like they get a chance to really play the game that they could play, you know, because they don't have that person that they say they're depending on, you know. And Jamaica, we depend on Khadija Shah to find the goal. And if they don't have that player that they gotta depend on, they gotta do it themselves. And they gotta and they know that teamwork is what gonna let they do it themselves. Cause no one player out there is no superstar no more because Khalid Shah is not on the field. So that's
That
what I
is it.
think.
I want to ask a question before I answer. How many of these girls were a part of the previous World Cup?
Quite a bit of
I,
them, you know.
I want to answer, sorry. And I
Yeah.
think I had the numbers, but I forgot. I know that
Think of like
both
four
Swaby
of them or I
sisters,
think of 4 or 5 of them.
you have Plummer as well. Da, 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 da.
Blackwood.
Blackwood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Through
right
the
winger.
through,
I
What
through
the
the
think it
right
was
winger
Carter.
name, man?
I think it
The
was
right
six of
winger.
them.
Yes. Yeah, and the right winger. I'm trying to remember the right winger name. She retired now by other day.
Yeah.
I
So you're
don't.
saying it
Yeah.
is seven then? Seven, right?
Yeah,
Matthews.
Matthews.
Matthews,
Yes.
Shayna
Matthews.
Matthews. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, my thing. Seven of these players. And you never count Jody, right? You never count the star.
Jody Brown.
Jody
Shaw.
Brown.
You
Mm-mm,
never count Jody Brown, right?
mm-mm.
Okay, right. So Shaw would have had at least 6 or 7 players with her before. The previous World Cup, Shaw never scored a goal and never had an assist. So why would we now, depending on Bonnie Shaw, to score the goals?
Because she scored in
The club.
and
Yeah,
plus
she
she scored during
The
the
qualifications.
qualification. She been scoring for us. Like regular Bonisha is that person for Jamaica girls team. Like
but
she's that one.
Bonisha is the highest scoring Jamaican for for the national team at any level, you know.
Any level, yeah.
By
She
far.
scored
Mm-hmm.
a lot of goals, but
By
mostly
far.
in like
By far.
non-competitive. Like it's not like she don't show up in big games, Sadi.
Like
Thank you, stranger.
She
she
don't show up in big
And
games.
that frustrates me.
she
It
she
frustrates the hell out of me, man.
she will bug up Saint Kitts them
So it brings
and
to me,
Trinidad them and
Yeah.
it brings my point in clear that previously in the big World Cup games, there's no Bonnie Shaw. So come to the second World Cup, still no Bonnie Shaw.
Red card.
And guess what, Sadi?
Ah,
The other teams them know what Jamaica gonna do when Bonisha is on the field. All teams know what Jamaica gonna do when Bonisha is on the field because
Exactly.
they know that Bonisha, who's they looking for, Bonisha is gonna get that last ball
the world
and
fear
stuff like
Khadija
that.
Shah.
You know? Yeah, them
Cinema.
fear her, so they mark
The
her out and
fear. May I
everything.
tell you about
She's
fear in
not gonna
Saudi?
get
You
a
can see it, you know.
chance.
And that's
You're
one of
not
the
gonna get a
reasons.
chance. She's
That's
gonna
one of the
mark her
reasons
out.
I personally, and don't get me wrong now, I'm just saying this as a fan now, and we are on here, but not so much as a coach. But if I am the coach, and I said it during the World Cup, I wouldn't use Bonisha playing up top. I would keep Bonisha deeper and
Like a
allow,
attacking mid like.
yes, and allow those team to double team her from deep. Hence, you create more space ahead for 2 or 3 of our runners going up.
but
Plan that
Mm-hmm.
system.
how creative is Bonisha playing deep though?
She can. I think she can. What I'm
Can
saying,
be too. She a all up play is good.
her strength and speed, I think should be able to. I mean, it could be trial because you wouldn't just go to a match and do it. You'd have to do it in a few, you know, practice sessions and at least one of these games through the CSC games and so on. But that's just how it goes. We can say a lot of things after the fact, but that's just the criteria. But guess what, people? Historic qualification to the round of 16 alone.
Yeah, man.
you jump on the wagon Laron. You say no Ghana semi-final now.
Hey.
I thought we had a good chance to go
Me
to the
think we, me
final,
think so
but
we gone to. Me think we
it,
have a
it,
chance, but you know,
I
so you
think
think.
it was an unnecessary distraction after qualification to the round of 16 when everybody got IG live and Bunny came out
Mm,
and talked about the no
Yeah.
and all of that. I think it
Yes.
it it brought a cloud over the whole campaign, and I think the team was distracted, and that was unnecessary drama at the time. I know that the girls had stuff to say, they had stuff that was brewing with the JFF, but that could have been kept under wraps until
tournament
the
finish.
tournament finish. And I think coming out and bringing that vibe in the camp, because now there's a rift between JFF and the girls at that point. So of course it's gonna bring that bad vibe, and it just never work out. But I think we had a good chance against Colombia in that round of 16 game, and we could have won that game and move on and go on to the quarterfinal.
Yeah, I tell you, trust me, that was the turning point, and I'm telling you, we will live that with that for a very, very long time. A long time because the JFF, I believe, never dealt with it the right way, or should I say, in an amicable way. Let me not use a right or wrong way because everybody sees things different. But if the PRs in these organizations need to step up, yeah, we need to find ways and means to communicate quickly and effectively when we have these issues. But we'll always learn from these things. Round of 16 people and 1-0 loss to Colombia sent us packing. Sent us packing.
Caicedo,
I tell you.
Hey.
that number
In
18, the Caicedo, the wicked still in over there. Tell you, know.
hey.
Caicedo, she
And the thing is,
bad.
she wear 18, she at 18,
Yeah,
and she
man,
play
she
for Real Madrid.
bad. Number
Yes,
8,
man.
yeah, she
Bad
bad,
like a
man. She
yas.
bad like
A Real
yours, man.
Madrid player for
Bad.
a reason, man.
Yeah, man, bad, man.
But I think
Yes.
we were very effective against Arena. The Swaby sisters not take no prisoner, man. Like
Yes. At one
solid,
stage, yeah, that's
solid
true.
centre back, and they
Mm-hmm.
did well against her. We just, I don't know, we never take with chances in that game there.
That's
And
true.
one of the thing is, people, when I look
Bunny
at the
Shaw
type
get
of
goal in the game, they still not sorry, not for what. Sorry about that. Bunny Shaw get goal in that game, you know. Bunny Shaw get a nice goal and dash with that. Trust me,
listen,
get
man,
a runaway like forgot how the goal they go, but trust me, she should have been done way better with that ball.
that's one of the reasons many persons were saying that they shouldn't start Bonisha in that game. The fact that we just came off a victory and she never give us anything. But you see, there's a situation that we can't curse because we always want our teams to win, people. But remember, not every team can go through. And we have to learn to take the defeat. And that's one of the problem I think we have here in Jamaica. We want our teams to win every single day. Mark you, if we can represent ourselves well, I'm comfortable. Trust me. But for you not to play in any level of football that can capture fans, that can fear opponents, and you still lose, it don't make no sense to me. So the reggae girls, still proud of them. Big
Yeah,
time.
man.
Big, big time. I have never find myself supporting, and not just supporting, believing that we could have made it further in the World Cup. Honestly. So the
Mm,
girls did us proud, man. The girls
yeah,
did us proud.
man.
We have
Yes.
more on our reggae girls, people, but before we get onto that, in April, I believe, the ISA schoolgirl football came to an end. And if my memory serves me right, Excelsior won that tournament. I think was for the fifth time, fifth straight, or sixth straight. So it's the Xavier Gilbert team from Excelsior who won the finals.
Dominating.
Yes, dominate the entire competition. And I
Mm,
believe that they deserve much more than, when we look at what this schoolboy football offers. Somehow, people, we have gone to the World Cup now, and I'm looking next year. Can ISA find a way to say to these partners who sponsor schoolboy football, can you just give us 10% from that sponsorship towards the girls' football? Just 10% and see how that goes. We need to
Uh,
develop our girls. It's a
and
business
so
decision.
If I must interject, study. If I must interject, question. When Mr. Wright was on the show, didn't he say that some of the funds from schoolboy football is used in other sports?
yeah, yes, he did say that. He
Yes, he
did say
says
that.
that. But let me tell you, there's a fund that they call reflow in ISA for the schools. The reflow is the excess money that is made, the profit,
Hmm.
so to speak, excess that is made from the sporting material, the sports competition over the years.
Right.
And during from that event now, it is spread across to the different sports and also to the different schools coming back to competition. So, for example, in June, they would give each school, and I think some schools get a bigger bunch, but there's a cap, I would say. Let's say you would give a school B $50,000. Some school A may get 80 or 100, depending on their size and what they have contributed. For example, I know that Clarendon College will have gotten a bigger bunch next year because they have won and they have, you understand? As opposed to the team who just made it to the first round. So that is the sort of reflow. If you remember that question, when we get Mr. Wellington, I hope we'll put that across so we'll be able to explain how that is done.
So I would assume that schoolboy football and champs generate most of that income, right?
Those
Yeah,
exactly.
Because
yeah.
Those are the two.
most of the
And
other
it's
sports are not really that income generating.
no, just participation. And it's strange, people. It's strange. I've seen girls football playing, and not one person would take a look and go over there go watch and laugh. Not one. When I used to coach girls football at high school, hey, listen, for half of the game, I laugh. All when my team not do good, me couldn't serious. It was fun. I watch girls enjoying themselves, and people see it as just a joke thing. But look
And
at it
And
so
now.
and tell you, sorry, you might have a team, and you might people might take it as a joke, but you never know, panelists. You never know. You might have one defender on this team. You might have one right back on that team, and one goalkeeper on this team. And if the right eyes see them, they can really go far and make a regular girls team and all of that, You never
but
know,
look,
man.
but,
Some talent, there's some place in a stranger.
but
Yeah, man.
ranking, if you look at it, more girls from the regular league in Jamaica really transition to the regular girls team more than the man. They
And
That's
that,
good.
and, and,
That's
and,
true.
and, and that we are ball both.
yes,
I
You
Because
was
see,
too Spanish
the
under 20 thing, and
and
that we are ball
yeah.
both.
even Bunny Shaw transitioned from the local schoolgirls
Look,
team
yes,
playing for
yeah,
St. Diego
yeah,
from St.
to the
Jago High.
national team, and
yeah.
that's when she got picked up and go
So it's
There's
like
France and
talent.
so if a girls them a develop, so what's with the girls developing? So or it's easier when a girl is not developed 100% to when they move overseas is like probably girls is easier to get developed or I don't know, but when the guys go over there, they seems to stuck one place, not developing
Stagnant.
like stagnant
I
and coming
guess
back home and stuff and the girls be staying. The girls they be staying where they at.
Let
I
me
guess
tell you
higher
something.
level, higher quality. I don't know, higher intensity.
The
Well,
competitive,
the men are not matching compared to the girls.
it's possible, Aaron. The competitiveness in the male dominated, well, let me not say male dominated, but in the male aspect of it, male football, I think the competitiveness is greater than that of the female. The other thing is that men or males tend to see them things have a lot more opportunity than women. So the girls will transition and go and stuck to the task. the boys will feel that they have another chance somewhere else.
True.
And they don't push that activity. I have reason with these persons, and trust me, I think last year I did a little show. We never completed because I should have a part two. We're looking at the boys, those guys who leave schoolboy football, go overseas, spend a year or two, and come right back.
Just like
There
the
are so
scenario
many issues.
may your reason today about Saudi.
Yeah, I tell you, trust me,
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot. And I have reason with them. We have, them just never want to come on the show. But, I get the talk, and because them decide, so they're not going to come, talk much about it. So the
So
reality is, it is harsh, man. It is harsh
when I
where the
hear the
boys are
coach
at.
them talk, when I hear the coach them talk, though, Sadi, you can know say the youths them not really want nothing. The ball of them a yard, enough of them not really serious. Me not go say them no want nothing. They are not serious. Them not have it in them heart say, what this me want and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be this. They don't have it like that. They think it's gonna be easy because man around never tell him say, yo, you're a wicked baller, you're a big baller, you're this, you're that. Them think
And
I
then
just words alone are gonna carry them through where them
and
need to
then
go.
and then social media make the community bigger, so but then a baller used to hear say, yeah, biggest thing, but if you see hear that in our community, if you see hear that at Chapelton or if you see hear
Yeah,
that
yeah.
at Moby
Yeah.
or something,
No get
now
all over
you might
social
hear
media,
all
I
over
hear that.
social media, everybody are share him goal them on Sportsmax
Mm-hmm.
a broadcast and have clips, so
Mhm.
everybody now think they're it.
You know,
Back in
here
the
Lenny
day,
Hyde. No,
after
go
Real
ahead.
Fasting them played, them couldn't them never have social media for share nothing. So they've had to be more determined to make it
Mm-hmm.
work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Andre Blake and them. Me hear
Yeah.
Andre Blake interview Sadi
Mhm.
on a platform, and me I tell you, if you listen the guy interview, you know say that guy have art. That guy have art, and that guy believe in himself. Believe that he's gonna make it. Believe in himself, and the greatest belief really is self-belief. You have to believe within yourself. You have to believe before the next person beside of you. You have to want it more than the person where I tell you, say you're my biggest fan. We want good for you. You have to want it more than that person. And it's like some of the Jamaican players, them don't want it like that. Me hear Lenny I do an interview the other day. Him for unseen sports after who they played against the last game, Saudi,
Ah,
Mona. Oh,
and
done the
lost
whole.
that game.
no
Yeah,
man, it's in the
yeah,
Premier League.
Dumbowling. Premier League
Oh.
I'm talking. They lost that game, Cavaliers. I think they
Yeah, the
played
Cavaliers.
against
The Cavaliers.
Cavaliers and lost that game 1-love. And he was just talking about the players they think that they already made it already.
True,
So
man.
they're not committed in the right way within the system that he's trying to build for them and for them to play. It's like they believe that they are that player already. Everybody feel like them up there. So that's why the other day, remember the other day, who said that Saturday? It was
Which one?
Shuku. It was Shuku said that which one was easier to coach if it was the Premier League or high school or
Oh, he asked me,
um
yes, high school or
or
Premier League.
yeah, high school or Premier League, and clearly it's the high school.
Yeah,
Clearly,
man,
high school is easier. Me and you was telling him that
by far.
that the high school is way easier because the high school kids they are gonna listen because they are still kids. But when a
And
man
not
feels
just
him a
that,
grown man and stuff like that, even though feel say yo this or that, me not have to listen to this. Who this a man you talk to? How we come Leland?
you,
How we
you
come Ray?
also you also have some high school boys who believe that they are dance too, they are big men, and they are
Which is
difficult
true.
to coach as well. But saying that to say, you know, a lot of people say that they prefer coach Premier League if they are to coach some high schools because the stakes at some high schools are too high.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be much pressure. In the Premier League, some of these Premier League clubs doesn't matter what they end up in.
Mm-mm.
And
As long
the
as
structure is not
as
there.
long as they're not relegated.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. As long as they're in the league, because they don't have this structure that gives that level of accountability. Yes. Anyway, let me just take some people in the chat who comes in. So Desiree Ferran, Happy New Year. Happy 2024 to everyone. Big up yourself, Miss Ferran. Respect. Continue to support us. Sack fry. Aye. Facts. He's stating the fact that we are saying false 9 coming out. Big up yourself, Shaq Fry. Thank you very much for joining. And here we have the man we call Skipper Trevor. Good night. Welcome. Happy New Year, boss.
Yeah, man, happy new year to the panelists, them, man, and the whole Saudichress family.
Yeah, man, bless up, bless up,
Yeah,
bless up
man, what's
yourself.
up, man?
Big up, Trevor. I like when you fly in, Trevor, go eat up the whole of your food over Saudi, and then don't do it, Trevor.
Trevor,
What you dealing?
Trevor,
You dealing,
Yes,
Trevor.
Trevor.
sir. Yeah.
Boy, you need to get add to the show, you know, 'cause me, you get invited to secret part where when you get invited to, you know, sir.
So you weren't invited?
Alright, talk to Mr. Wittick about that, no, man. When I get the invitation, I'm a
So
friend. You don't understand. That means I'm a friend.
Saudichress need to pay a fine for that, man.
Trevor, we make it a party. Don't make them
For
put you
real.
at the ranking him get bogged down a West Day and then family thing.
We see the great Dalton, you know, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dalton,
man.
yeah, me go
Dan,
all
that,
your
that, you know, man.
Dalton link up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Fan
The boss,
favorite.
the boss represent, bro.
See, man, Dalton, I general, man.
Yeah, man. It was a good little vibe, you know, so, you know, it go. Mm,
Yes,
a good
Trevor, we're
little
here
vibes,
looking
man.
at
So real good food, boy, I tell you.
Where's the Saudi a top chef? Where's the Saudi a
I
top
don't
chef?
Saudi, man. I don't Saudi at the chef, man. Saudi at
we
the
Oh,
chef.
here.
oh,
We
so I
here.
talk for a line and sit and I go like him
Yeah.
how did they cook food and thing.
Yo, how man I say, man? Trevor, tell me what you eat.
When I got
Saudi
there, man.
Saudi, you marry chef. You marry chef, Saudi.
No, man,
Yeah,
I
no, chef.
never. That one I how you say, man?
When I
A
got there,
chef.
those the man around no fire, no, so I can't say
Yeah.
nothing.
You see
You know what I
me? You
mean?
marry chef.
Yeah.
You
A
want a
man
chef.
just tell us yeah, me cook this and me cook that and main thing.
Yeah.
Ask him what time you get there. And when you see me I do wedding prep.
Yeah. When I got there, almost everything was ready still. So I
Them
don't
of them a
think
peel
that.
carrot. A peel carrot
Yeah.
and strip cabbage.
No, man. Them
No,
thing
man,
they done already.
everything was ready, man. Everything was ready when I got there.
Yeah,
I
man,
think I got there like what, like about 2 o'clock, sorry?
yeah, after 2. After
Yeah.
2. Almost 3 o'clock you get there.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Then
It
I
was a
was
good vibe, man.
yeah,
Some
man.
real good food, man. I tell you. When I drink all the manish water, I smell it around me, you know, man. Just when I sniff it.
But the only thing in the Saudi when me forward there, if you have whole heap of fish for the menu, you know, cause me not eat them meat thing there, you know.
All right, boss. Ranking can start out some swim thing there on a place way.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. We can bring that definitely, man. To give you a joke. Fish me eat
Yeah.
your dinner tonight.
Yeah, the
So
man
fish
style.
the boat there.
Yeah,
That
but
West in the man. You don't say a West.
just to comment on when we catch a while ago about the boys them in Jamaica and they don't want it that much and you
Mm-hmm.
know I do believe they want it, you know, but I just think them not putting the required commitment and I don't think they're disciplined enough to, you know, yeah, to most of us to get it, you know what I mean? It's just like academics in a school, you know what I mean? How more discipline and how more commit gonna be successful, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
True.
And then again, they with the standard around them, you know, where's the bar? You know what I mean? Where's the bar for them to say, okay, this is how you need to do to get, you know, outside of Jamaica playing some semi-pro or pro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them see people do it, but you know, the
They don't know
peers,
the step, they don't know the steps.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
they don't know you know what I'm saying? So, you know, competition make a big difference, you know, because when you're on top of your game in a Euro competition, you know, it's like you feel like you know you're working hard enough, but until you start to get some better opposition, you realize they you know reach them levels they yet. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, for real, for real.
So I think that's the problem. But for me, biggest problem, man, I mean, I see it in a track and field. Track and field is the bar in Jamaica. So you know what I mean. That's why we have so much success in that. You know what I mean? So with football, it's an uphill task for the youth. Then it's an uphill task. You know what I
You
mean? Because
need more
competition.
counselor from early in the football thing still, me think, Trevor.
Sorry.
Youths, them need to get counseling from an early tender age and let them know if they want to be a pro, what's the requirements to take them to that level. They need to know that from early before too late. So them know
Mm.
what to take on from early.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes, Rankin.
I want to ask you a question. As good as Trevor bring up the track field.
Mhm.
Remember, me watch Champs the other day. A long time, years ago. Me just looked the other day. There was this guy from, I think it was Calabar, named, I think his name was O'Hara or something like that.
Michael O'Hara.
Michael O'Hara. What become of him, sorry?
O'Hara went overseas,
No, genuinely, I want to know because, hey, that the boy there, man. I
came
think
back.
I'm the next boat that, you know.
The man, he had some injuries,
Oh,
that would have,
Mr. Larry, when I see the boy
set
a
him
couple
right
time,
back.
man, I tell you, man.
And
Yes, man,
and and
man.
that and that's another thing too, when them come overseas, it's hard for juggle the schoolwork
A long
and
time I
and
not hear from that kid, man.
and,
I think he
and
love being
everything.
Mr. Boy.
That's why most of these track star from schoolboy with all the talent, cause most of the time they are the best in the world at the schoolboy level. If not,
Hmm.
you know, but when they get the scholarship and then come overseas, is another struggle that for them again. You know
And
what I
then
mean?
the U.S. collegiate system really burned them out because
Yeah, man.
it's
Yeah,
a lot of competition, a lot of running, and
yeah.
yeah,
A lot of traveling. You know what I mean? And they have to balance that with the schoolwork. So
yeah,
most
and
of them are gonna
then
fall by the
because
wayside.
they have to compete indoors during the
The
winter
winter.
seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have their outdoor season. So it's a lot of compared to Jamaica, compared to going to a UTEC or UA and train with racers or
Yeah,
MVP.
exactly.
It's a
Yeah,
whole
man.
different ball game in the
All
U.S.
different.
collegiate system.
Definitely. Definitely.
Why may I tell you, it's rough, man, because remember, they have to maintain physical fitness plus academic standards. Tough, tough
Yeah,
to
man.
have that mental capacity and also support. It's gonna be
Support
difficult.
system. Yep.
So, yes, O'Hara, he was overseas, and I know once he came back, he had some injury concern, and we
Oh,
can get back at it
such to hear.
to get some more
Hopefully,
information.
man. Hopefully, sorry, I see him at the youth level. I tell you, say, nothing, man. Couldn't hold him. Ah,
Exciting,
boy.
yes, he was an
Yes,
exciting young
man.
man.
Me like, look out for that kid. And I say, couple of years past, and I say, how many, normally that little
Mm.
transition in a
Yeah.
the athletics team. Me nah hear from him, me not seeing him. So me say, wonder if he fall away. Me hate when a
Because
big talent them fall away, man. But so it goes sometimes.
because remember
Can't
he
get all
signed
them pro.
he signed the professional contract at age 18, with Puma.
Exactly. That's how good the kid was, sorry.
Hmm.
Wicked man.
Yeah, man, he was really up there, and I think at one stage, he was running like 10, what was it running? 10-1-9.
Yeah, I think so for sure, sorry. The
At one
Calabar.
stage, that's where he
Deadly
was,
youth, man. Oh,
So,
alright, if you're listening, keep your head up, bro, and try to get back,
yes, for
Looking
real,
forward
for
to
real,
seeing
for
you.
real.
Yes, man.
Anyway, so you're talking about track and field. Let's just zoom in a little on the girls and boys champs that was in when? April?
Big up, Heidel.
Why Heidel make one school ball, master. Them cry.
Big up, Heidel.
Idol
I'm
one
not afraid
throw.
of stranger. I'm not afraid of stranger and Clarendon. And the Eddie Nalin and the Peeba.
Sadi school.
Yeah.
And then Peeba, whatever they call themselves. Big up, Heidel.
Hold yourself, man. I saw it going
Here,
out,
here a
Yeah,
man
man.
come on and say they want I they lose the man in cup because they beat Eddie Nalin.
Don't worry
Yeah.
yourself, man. I don't just get a taste of it, but trust me. And the first and the last for the next few years, I will tell you that.
But guess what, man? Edwin going back for it, man. Idol have a lot of work to do. All right.
Yeah,
So,
man.
hold on. How me sound, so? You hearing any
Feedback.
feedback?
Yeah, we hearing feedback.
I don't know. Just chip in. Still there?
No, he gone. He gone.
You know, say a time stranger Mike, man. Boy, man, tell you. Me mute him and everything good. So Errol, if you want to jump in, so
Stranger,
the
put in
link,
your earpods. Put in your earpods, stranger.
link is there, people, if you want to jump in on this show. Anyway, yeah, man. So it was really a very exciting championship. Heidel took it from Edwin Allen, which it could have gone both ways. I think, in my view, Edwin Allen was careless. Um, Given that I think they throw away that championship, not because of my school, but when you look at how it
No, no,
went
man.
from.
I was beaten, man. No, no excuses, man. I was
No,
beaten,
it's not an
boss.
excuse. It's not
But
an
it didn't
excuse.
Edwin Allen get that disqualification in the last stages of
Yeah,
the championship.
yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
And
If you
they
don't execute, it will cost you.
right, so not a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
when you look at it, you can say everything. But of course, thumbs up to Idle. They did well. They fought. They fought to the end. They could have given up when they look at what Edunalin had left, but they stuck to it. And as I
And
say,
that
now
girl
luck is
got
in.
injured to right, Saudi.
That's
Yes,
unbelievable.
yes. That
Yeah,
Sherika, she
that
name.
girl. I forgot what she named, but she get injured man, in the
Uh,
one I think in the semi-final or so.
the semi-final of the 100 meter.
Yeah.
Was looking for a big race between she and
But
Elena
that
there.
girl but that girl faster than her, me too still in a side. Me
It
think she
do.
don't beat
It
her anyway,
shows.
you
It
know.
shows. It
She
shows.
don't
It
beat her
shows.
anyway still.
Maybe it could have gone anywhere too when the competition comes, but based on what
Yeah.
the results at that 100 meter showed, we can't take it from her.
Mm-mm.
Reed is very fast. And, I tried to get the dad on the show the very same night, but it just never did work. But big up to Garfield Reed. That's Garfield Reed's daughter. Bala Garfield, right?
To play for Rivoli.
Play for Rivali, Charlie Mount, and Jamaica.
So
Okay.
Yeah, man. Waterhouse, though. Yes, so championship, that's it. There are so many other things. Anyway, the males, the senior reggae boys, in March, they had a few friendly international, two disappointing friendly international against Trinidad and Tobago in Jamaica. They drew one and lost one. They lost the first one 1-0 down somewhere in Montego Bay, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the first game Whisper played for the
In
Rebel.
Catinal. I was
Yeah.
there in Catinal.
Yeah. That's
Tell
the
me about
first.
that game. How disappointed you were.
Sorry, the thing is, that's why even when I was talking about the whole bonus shot thing, there's a reason why a lot of people get upset about certain things. And a reason why a person might bash some people, some teams, some players is because it's what we can expect. If we go to a specific place and we hear about a team or we know about a team and we know what you can do and you're not doing it, that's when you people get upset with you. I think for that game there was no cohesion. I think that was the biggest thing. It was literally 11 strangers playing. It's just like you call 11 men from one of the parishes in the country and say, hey, go out there and try to win this. But I think the team is playing a little bit better now. But if we're talking about that game, I think we had no cohesion. Um, the passing was poor. I don't know if they were tired, but we looked lethargic, and I think Trinidad wanted it more.
there
And
was a
I
lot.
was in Mobile that day.
And
Hmm?
ranking him, remember say if you yeah, the team itself, the
Hmm.
the 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 team itself was like a Jamaica based team with couple other
Yes,
added players from overseas like
overseas.
Lambakisa, Hutchins,
Hmm.
who was there? I think the number 10 was there also.
Bobby.
What's his name? No, not him. The number 10 before Bobby. What's his name again? The midfielder.
The brown guy there.
The brown
Ravel.
guy there.
Ravel.
Ravel Morris.
Yeah, Ravel was there. And couple other overseas base player was
Yes,
there. But
man.
it was mostly like
Local base.
Because
local base
I don't think it was a
players.
FIFA window, so it was more of the coach trying to see some of the
Some players.
See
some
some
players.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct,
So
correct.
So I think
They- You're saying that play a part in it too, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think that play a big part in that how they look and how the game played out at
there
the
was a
same
lot of
Right.
time.
there was
Which
also a lot
while
of
they,
blame. Sorry, change. Go on.
no, I'm sorry. So which while I think they could have done better because
Mm-hmm.
um watching the game you could see that that same team could have beat that Trinidad team if they was playing the right way. You
Thank you.
know, because they still have quality also. That's why you can see that regardless how them bash Jamaica Premier League and stuff like that, you see that it's still a quality there, but it's like them need cohesion in the team. Like probably if they had like more time together, probably they would have done better. Probably that's what I would say. Like probably if they had more time together.
Okay.
For that game, it was also a lot of blaming the surface for how the game looked as well. Coach said a lot about the surface, and I think some of the overseas-based players were complaining about the quality of the surface and them trying to play the ball. Hence, we got
Uh,
that kind of game.
that same game,
And
but
and
Hutchinson will come back to.
and to piggyback on what Laron said, that's the same time when Catanal decided to do the whole overhaul because as we know, Catanal have one of the best pitches in Jamaica, and for our national coach to say, hey, pitch isn't good enough. So
Hello?
the owners for
Hmm?
Catanal decided to do an overhaul,
If I saw
but
the
it
crash.
will be it will be ready for this year
You
to,
cooking?
to, to hold some football matches.
How long?
Uh,
Okay. One other thing
How
going
long?
on, I watched
How,
the
how
game.
long?
It was three.
Approximately. I know you're not gonna give me
It
exact
was
time. So how
three
long
and
approximately?
both.
Trevor,
pause,
mute your
pause,
mic, Trevor.
pause, Trevor. Pause your mic,
Oh,
Trevor.
I see you mute. Me I talk about all my business in there. So.
I saw when you compare from the from the Saudichress show, man. Yeah, everything go on here, so. You're Mr. Lisa, man. Hey, anybody know you're from Shoko Star? Well, go on, a schoolboy or head boy. I don't know what. But anyway, one other thing though, people, I was watching the game. MG was streaming the game, along with Manning's man and doing some commentary and thing. And trust me, I was saying, but them man I still can't control ball. I was talking about the reggae boys, yeah. But I look at it again and I said, no, sir. But the Trinidad are doing better. The Trinidadians are doing better. The line of attack from Trinidad, every time Trinidad attack, they have a chance to score, as opposed to Jamaica. So I would have thought, from that, what I was seeing, I believe Trinidad would have actually won that game. The other part of it, though, that kept me surprised. Most of our players were in competition, were playing some level of football, while, or as opposed to Trinidad, who for the last year they never have any club competition going on in Trinidad. So looking at that, I think that we were far behind, even though the coach was trying to see players. I believe, regardless of what, if you get an opportunity to get called so you can represent your country at whatever level, whether it be friendly or in a tournament, I think there are certain things that the player should possess, no matter where on the field or in the world in play. So I think that was poor. They did better coming to Kingston, you know, and they could have also lost that game. But I that those are things that I don't really find too disappointed with those results because I understand what the coaches are looking forward to. I think it was early, knowing that we have some competitions coming up, so never take it too seriously. But they move on from that 2 weeks after in the Azteca, 2-2 against
Should have win that game.
2-2 against Mexico.
A Ravel Dasher that game, I don't know how him bust that the tackle there in the box. After a game almost done. Him man a bust big tackle like him a defender. Come on, Virgin.
But
And
when I
the player back was turned to goal in us, so
no chance at all.
no
No
chance.
chance. Like, what kind of tackle that?
Bless up yourself, Tajan. Big up yourself, man. Hey, but you see, one of the things me I said to you, Virgin. If you notice the game, I was watching the game. And I said, no, that youth something wrong with him. You know, right through the game, Ravella play so.
From him there, for him playing at the Trinidad match, me I wonder if I him
The
them
man,
a boot, them a talk about every minute and a talk about him my best thing since sliced bread.
no, he
I mean I
came
say
in.
him even
But
look
the thing
stand
is,
out in the Trinidad match and him supposed to be that standout player in the Trinidad match and him not look that like that player.
Ravel wasn't playing any football when he played those games,
No, not at all.
because by that DC United had dropped him and him never had played no football. So him being called up was a stretch, trying to get him into the rhythm and see if a club would probably pick him up so we can continue with him. But I don't know what's wrong with Ravel and clubs, but
You'd have to do some research on that, produce.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah,
so
somebody said something about him already, but me not know if it all right to say and
yeah,
hear.
I'm not gonna
So,
make no assumptions.
you
But
don't
just
want to, you don't want to
hearsay. No.
mm,
I leave it like that, Mr. Man. So two against Trinidad in Azteca, in not Trinidad but Mexico, would have been so unfair results knowing the two competitive nation. Sometimes I hear some people talk some things, Mexico second string team. Listen, man, Mexico, if you pull some team from Mexico second division, trust me, they probably can outplay some of our big senior players because of the level of development that they have. We're far behind Mexico, same way,
yeah.
and we
Mexico
can go ahead, Aaron.
Mexico have beaten some of the biggest teams in the world inside the Azteca. And a boy can go Azteca and win or draw.
Yeah, man. Time
It
and
takes
time again.
it takes guts. The Azteca is the altitude of the Azteca make it very difficult to play for run for 90 minutes.
I
You have to
wonder,
be very fit.
you see, Laron, and bear with me, people. I wonder if some of that altitude would have brought from the Azteca to Anfield. Why it is so difficult at times
Probably because the altitude probably because and the boy in the Anfield and some team some team know that the hard
Yeah,
way.
man. No, listen, trust me. I don't know what is there, and the only time I go find out is when I make a trip there. No, and trust me, I'm trying to get to Anfield. Not this season, because I'm not gonna reach England. I try if you book a ticket from next season. Yeah, me ask to get some ticket. All I tickets in sold out, boss. So, well, the ones that we would are able to afford. So, you can't get in a them club, the match days. But the fact is, going to the Azteca, regardless of the team, no matter who you are, difficult. And Mexico run around you like some little dolly. So we have to give kudos to that. From then, I've seen where the coach and the coaching staff have been making progress. What say you?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think so as well. A lot of progress have been made since then. We have reached the semi-final of the Gold Cup after that, right, Saudi?
Mm-hmm.
And
win
that
some
was
nation
we
league.
win some Nation Leagues game, reach the semi-final of the Nations League.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of good things is going on for the Reggae Boys team and stuff. And I just hopefully they could get a trophy out of this Nation League. I'm praying for a trophy for the Reggae Boys, you know.
Remember, I know Chuku said we qualify for the Copa America too, which is I think is very important.
Mm-hmm,
Big,
mm-hmm,
big,
mm-hmm.
big, big one. Big
Yeah,
one,
man.
Trevor. Trust me.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm gonna since we are on this, and this sound exciting, people, and we're gonna use this now and to look at how Hal Gibson have moved this team and how much we Jamaica or corporate Jamaica and also the diaspora like my brethren Laron and Trevor alongside Tom. How can we push a little more support? But listen to these statistics coming from the Reggae Boys run. So they have actually gone to two friendlies, one in Finland, one in Australia, where they play Qatar, lose 2-1 to Qatar, lose 2-1 to Jordan, both in friendlies, Finland and Austria, respectively. Those are some preparation for the Gold Cup. They drew 1-1 with the US in June on June 24th, right? The Gold Cup group stage in Chicago. And I think we have never done so well in playing US in Chicago over the years.
Should have won that game again.
Yeah.
Yes. They came now 4 days later to beat Trinidad 4-1 handsomely. 4-1. Again in US in another state, St. Louis, which we believe they wouldn't have played well. That was the game that Whispered Play scored his goal for Jamaica. 4-1 over Trinidad. Jamaica also beat St. Kitts 5-0. In the quarterfinal of the Gold Cup, they beat Guatemala 1-0, but lost to Mexico 3-0 in the semifinals. That's in Las Vegas. So Jamaica was eliminated from that World Cup for the 2023 World Cup.
We started poor in that game, Saudi.
Very, very
Started
bad.
so poor in that game. It's like the goal score like in the first minute of the game.
Mhm.
As the game start, them score for me. Just know say it's over for Jamaica after that. Cause there's no way we're coming back on Mexico right now. And that the team played so poor in that game. It was like the worst game in a world tournament. It's like Mexico look like them playing against kids. That's how bad the game looked to me. It's like Mexico just know say yo. It's like them a walk on with like them a say a fool them you know. You see me a who them, where them a do ya so. You know me I say it's like I saw them a deal with it on the field. I mean I was so disappointed, man. Was so disappointed in that game though. Trust me.
Yeah, man, we could have done better. We could have done far better than that. Trust me. So
And
in September, yeah, go ahead.
one thing me always, and I don't like how CONCACAF always schedule Jamaica games either in the Midwest or on the West Coast. Because
Wow.
and people always hear the people them in Jamaica say how so much Jamaican in the US and would never full out stadium. And enough Jamaicans there St. Louis
Exactly.
And
and Soldier Field and them place there. And even going to
Vegas
Texas.
and even Vegas and them place. There enough
Playing,
Jamaican there at
playing
Vegas.
Mexico in Vegas is like playing Mexico in Mexico.
In Mexico. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like
Listen,
right there.
Saudi,
Mhm.
playing Mexico anywhere in America is like playing in Mexico.
No, but all right. If them bring a game come East Coast, me that say we have a
Yeah, we have a
50
better
we have a
chance of
50
having
40
All
some
right.
a lot
percent
of
You,
people
there
in
somewhere.
there.
remember the finals that played at Giant Stadium, the new stadium where it named now, with Mexico and Jamaica in the finals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game was like playing in Mexico, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we still had a big
But we had a
representation
good
in
crowd. We
that
had a
we had a
good
good
Yes,
crowd in
turnout,
that
you
yes,
in
know.
that in that in that
absolutely,
stadium.
yes, yes.
It's more difficult playing them in California and in
Yeah, man,
Texas and
definitely,
in
definitely.
In
That's for
Las
West
real.
Vegas.
Coast, man. Why is it going to
That's
West
facts.
Coast, man? It's done. It's done for
And
just
Chicago
done.
too, you know, I want to tell you,
Yeah,
them
Chicago. Well,
huge.
Mexicans in there
Yeah,
everywhere. They played Mexico anyway, as you say.
yeah.
It's like playing Mexico in Mexico. But we would have a bigger turnout on the East
Yeah,
Coast.
definitely, absolutely, absolutely.
And the
And you'll
heat
never
too, and the heat, the humidity, and the heat we down Vegas and stuff, man. Down the hot, you know, man.
Yep,
and
Hot.
you'll never see a US Jamaica game on the East Coast because that would be a Jamaica home game.
yep.
Well, trust me. But Trevor, regardless, St. Louis, Las Vegas, I don't know, but
No man, the
the Reggae Boys and
organizers them just making it difficult for us, you know.
Jamaica, yeah.
They know who they want. going at the finals, so they will make it difficult for us. Put us up to
Yeah,
play
man.
some place when I have no support. You know.
Because they need this money, they need the revenue off our games, them, so they know say build more revenue when Mexico and America in a final, in a bigger final than Jamaica
Yep.
Yeah.
and Trinidad or Jamaica and Panama or Jamaica and anybody, you know. You see me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we move on now, people. I'm gonna run through four other games, and we look. Let us go through the Reggae Boys schedule that went through to the rest of the year. So, in the Nations League Group B, right? We're in Group B. So we played two games at the national stadium. The first one we have a 1-0 win over Honduras at September 8th. That was right, and
Mm.
on September 12th, 4 days after, it was a 2-2 game, 2-2 results against
80.
Haiti. We
80,
always tend
yo.
to find Haiti and Panama very difficult to beat, especially at Jamaica. Tell me something.
I,
Jamaica now, Jamaica and we was poor in the 80 match. Like it's like 80 sorry. You see, it's like when say Clarendon Derby, right? And CC play against Glenmuir, or CC play against Garvey, or CC play against Edwin Allen, and they clash up the come. Because nobody don't want to come out at that game as the loser. Because it's bragging rights in the day, in the end of the day. It's like anytime we buck up, at first, I see we really play Trinidad in the Gold Cup and really play them and make them know, so yo, we are Jamaica. You see me, I say? We don't know ourselves. You understand what I say?
Yes.
So, until we start deal with them, so, them are going to always feel so them can come at we. You
Haitian
understand
them
me, I
run
say?
for we another game now, man.
Yeah, the Asian them run for away, but I true we always you see how we come in at the game, we not come to control that game. You understand it? Anytime we start control the game them and stuff like that, we are gonna start the like better going forward. But we don't know how to control a game.
We don't know how to kill off game neither.
No, that's one of the things I say too. You don't know how to kill a game, control a game, and lower the tempo of the game, upper the tempo of the game, because the midfield, and that have a big part with the midfield too. You understand me? I say the midfield in a Jamaica team need to shift up. I don't know. It's like every window them bring in somebody new in the midfield, and all know me don't see that person where me could say like, yes, I the man this for real, you know. All know me not see
Tom,
that person.
Tom, I agree with you, because I think you see, all right, that Haiti team is of some quality,
Yeah,
That Trinidad team have some quality also.
yeah,
Now, when you're playing against those teams, if you, like you just said, can't control the tempo of the game, you're not gonna be able to manage the game. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
with the way we're playing, we always give teams chances against us. So
Chances, yes.
most of the time we have to end up a outscore team. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
hard for we to win a game one nothing because we don't possess the football. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
team have the ball, they're gonna create chance if they get a lot of the ball. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's our problem. We need to get that right. We can manage a game by, possess the ball a little more. We don't have to be no Man City kind of possession, but we must be able to to
Kill
to,
out a
to keep the
game
ball.
and
Yeah,
kill out
man.
a game, or yeah,
Yeah,
knock some ball couple time and move it around and open up a little
yeah,
space now and then. You understand what I say?
yeah, man. You have to have team chasing, man.
So on that note, quickly, we're looking at players from Europe, more so from England. Have you seen any midfielder that you believe we can take a look at to pull to this current Reggae Boy setup? I see whole heap of names going in and around.
I think
I
most of the
don't know if
players
you,
that when we see and hear about, I don't think they have the quality there, in terms of for control tempo game now in midfield. Now, most of our midfielders them are runners. They have quality on the ball, yes, but they don't fit the profile of them, so to speak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a Tapper cat. You remember Tapper Whitmore film profile I play?
Yes, man.
We need. I
Since
think we need a
Them not the
midfield in
skill
that mold.
baller,
since
they no more
since,
skill
Jer-
baller.
Yeah,
since Jeremy and Hugh, I seen a player like that in the
You,
national team, and
and
Jeremy and
then
Hugh
exactly,
never get a
mm,
fair chance. I don't think.
exactly.
him
True, true.
to be in that midfield. You look at a midfield player nowadays. You have to be skillful. You have to know if you move around a player if a player is too close to you, beat a one player, move past the ball and stuff like that. Jamaica midfield them not have no skills if them a come from Europe or England or anywhere them come from. Them not have no skills. Them afraid to control the ball and hold on upon it. When a player move to them have to try kick it to somewhere. Like them are, no man. You have to have more confidence in yourself. And know say
But
yo, yeah.
Tom, in fairness, though, those kind of players are very limited all over the world at any level of football.
Yeah, me know where you are. That's
You
true.
know what I
That's
mean?
true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
So
That's a good point right
Yeah, I
there.
heard the coaches in the Premier League say it's difficult to find a number 8. It's one of the
Mm-hmm.
hardest player to
yeah.
find right now. Football.
Mm-hmm.
A number 8 and a number 6, man. Them not easy.
Yeah,
Them
Trust
not
me.
easy
man.
to find. Especially the 6, Sorry, because
Yeah, man. The
at
six,
the
they are
6 are
most
the man that,
hardest. The six.
yeah,
And I
man.
want
You
six
see,
you want, is a six Jamaica. If we get a good six, we're good.
Me
We can manage a little bit. If we get a good six.
the second half from the Canada game here, a lot of people are say Damian Loaf will be with new six. Man, I think so.
Nah,
Man,
nah,
they will
nah,
give some
one
nah,
free. Man, they will kill
nah.
with free kick on top of
Yeah, yeah. He
one
can
half
do a
game,
job, He
one
can
half,
You
do a
can
one
job.
do
half.
a you can in a one game if you
Yeah.
have problem, you can push him in there, but you can't plan say him a go be a man
him.
in
Gonna
a
be a
day.
man.
No,
No, sir.
No,
no,
no.
You see, that's one of the things we have
definitely
to
not.
also understand. Sometimes you do some change just for a particular game, based on how it a run, but it's not a consistent. You can move through it that way.
No.
You see, those positions for real, it's a real tent. Them position are delicate,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's why you don't find a lot of people having it.
But
Mm-hmm.
even a lower level, even also sorry, even lower level, you can see it even in a schoolboy football, you can see it. Why say have a good six and stuff, your team are gonna have a little chance, have a little push. Most of the team them have a good six in the schoolboy football, them do well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man.
for real. Especially with how everybody
What
want to play
happened to
this
this? The
dynamic
one
football
guy,
right now.
the one baller on the thing, I don't know. What's his name? He's a small guy. He used to play for, oh my God, what's his name, man?
Oh, Maggie,
McGee.
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 He's playing for Colorado Springs
in
Switchback
the
in the USL.
USL.
Well,
Yeah,
me
the
not
other day,
understand how
Coley.
him can break in at the
The
team.
other
Me not
day, Cole,
understand.
remember him get a chance the other day, Him get a chance against who we play?
Yeah, man, them,
Guatemala, we
them
play
Yeah, they
play
them.
played
with
him. Yeah,
Guatemala
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, him get a chance in
Nila
that
game.
game, in that Nilal game, and him never do too bad to me. Him never do all that bad, but it's also what the coach is looking for at the same time.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
understand what I say? So you can't say we can't say him play all right or we can't say him play bad, but in the end idea what the coach like or what the coach want to see in a player. But I heard Miguel Coley him I saw Miguel Coley put out a interview like he put out a thing like he was talking about Tyree Maggie
Mm.
and he was saying that him Tyree Maggie need to work more harder if he want to break himself in the Jamaica team. And he said that he think Tyree Maggie is the missing piece that Jamaica team needed at the midfield and stuff like that. But Tyree Maggie need to want it also and work towards it. You understand what I
But
say?
but
So
is
I
it a
don't
And
know.
case?
one of
Is it a case with him that he don't work hard enough on the defensive side of
so
the game?
yeah,
Because to me, him looking good, going forward, handling the ball.
exactly
I
your
don't
point,
know.
Trevor. And when he was in Europe, that was the complaint of his coach why them drop him, that his work rate off the ball,
Mm,
why him offer defensively was not enough.
right, right.
He was good going forward and holding up play and picking out passes, but when the team really need structure in a defense and park the bus, figuratively
Mm.
speaking, him not for nothing where
Yeah,
that is
Uh,
concerned.
in defense, basically you have a little. little in defense. And the energy wise, I mean, most players when them have the ball, them put them all the energy. Half the ball movements, they have the ball, recuperating and so on. I think that was his major
Why you
downfall.
think that
And
you
that
think that I'm sorry because you see all-star player in Jamaica don't work off the ball because they consider themselves as star player. The team don't think they should run enough run. They should be there because they want them to get that chance or whatever the case is. But
And I just
to
have,
me see,
and I just Jamaica, And
mm,
I'm happy you bring up a point there because me I bring a player to you and you're
yeah,
not going to bring up. Go ahead.
but me I say them star players they in a Jamaica still. But sorry, you are no Messi. You see, you're no Messi, you're no certain player, You not reach the level
yeah.
there, You not reach the level. You not reach that level. For even start say, yo, you not to do that. You have to reach that level first. Where you're there right now, and people are telling you we are here that are not nothing really. You understand me? You have to put in the work from early. And so when you get there now, you don't have to go work, probably work that hard no more because you're that player. You understand me? I say, but right now, you're not that player, so you have to put in all the work where you can. That's why I like Kaim Dixon. The you work on and off a ball,
No, that's
running,
not a did.
running,
that was
running,
the
In
that was
football,
the same
certain
running.
complaint.
time did
That
them.
was the same complaint about Peter Lee Vasley.
Same with Whisper too. Same with Whisper. Same with Bailey. Same with Demar Gray. Them are agreeing of not tackle, If you watch him, Walk them and they walk on field,
So
brother.
I was just about to say to you.
And wait for a ball for
I was
come
just
to him and walk and thing, You
remember
understand?
me tell you,
Even
say me don't
Bailey, me
bring
think
some
all
ballers
Bailey
to you,
tackle more. Bailey even tackle more than Demar Gray to
No,
me.
them are really don't
Demar
tackle him at
Gray
all.
Demar
lazy.
Gray.
Him man lazy. Good player. But when he work rate, that's why Everton him coach no use him, Because I'm work rate also.
Come on from there.
Yeah, because
Hold
you
on,
have to have
people.
you can be a good player. Okay.
Hold on there. Let me take R. Bless up yourself, man. Blessings, where easy. Blessings, principal panel. Big up, one and all. The channel 2024. And he's saying that bless up Dunga as well. Father Toad, blessings 2024, more life, more money, more wife. Are you that Trevor? Coming
Oh
from
man,
R.
we don't want no more wife, man. Bless up yourself. All right. Happy New Year, my brother.
R. So Mr. Aaron Stewart, blessings 2024. All right, so we may continue. Yes, Tom, so you're talking about Jamaican players. I was wondering if you're just talking about Jamaican born players. Because
No man, we not talk. No
I was
man.
just about to say to you, the Marley Gray well, he's kind of different in terms of the position playing, but the man in a tackle, man.
The man they not tackle
You
man.
understand? And strange too, I don't remember if you
I'm not.
people following
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can agree, Sam. You see, thing with the Margaret, I like what Romain say about him Everton, or you said that Tom. I
Tom.
don't
Yeah, I mean
remember.
you did say that. I mean you did say that.
You see, the Margaret put it, do you whole and work high up the pitch, But him now go chop back all the way coming at the last at the defensive third, you know what I mean? But he do a lot of work, man, high up the pitch, man. Him start the pressing and them thing there, you know what I mean?
Mm. But look, Trevor, if you watch right now, Leon Bailey never used to do that, That's why he never used to play for Aston Villa either, And Aston him never
Mm-hmm.
used to get that much game time, Watch
Steve
Leon
never liked
Bailey.
that about him.
Watch Leon Bailey right now a play. Them man they all
Yeah,
the right in the box. A defend. All in the
yeah.
box in there. And make last
And
dish tackle
listen,
and all this thing. Because
yo,
him
you
have to
see,
do that to be left on the field. If you not do that on in an international level right now, only one and few players can walk for a man field like Messi and them But the rest of players them have to run out them belly and run for
yeah,
him and
man.
them money where them pay them for.
Yeah.
Big and serious, man. Trust me. This football thing. Anyway, so in the Nations League, of course, Jamaica did well. They beat Grenada 4-1 as well in Grenada. Haiti 3-2 against Haiti. That was in Trinidad. Haiti not hosting any game, so that was played in Trinidad. The friendly Guatemala game, Jamaica, on November 11th at the Red Bull Arena. Yeah. And that game, I believe, was again one of those friendly that the coach wanted to see some other players moving to the
Actually, the
game.
coach was complaining about that game that it was an unnecessary distraction going into the Canada Nations
Canada
League
game.
game. Like he said, it was not needed. It wasn't a FIFA window. A lot of players weren't available, so a lot of local players that had visa was able to join that team, and some players that were playing in the USL
So it
joined
was
But
that
not
they
team.
had planned
satisfied I
that
want to
they
go.
had planned that game way ahead though in Laroon, right?
Yeah, I
He
think they
wasn't the
had
one who
that.
planned that game.
Eh?
The JFF had that game plan, but the
Like way
coach was
ahead of time, like way ahead.
yeah,
I think that because when we played that Trinidad game, I was hearing about that game also when we played against Trinidad, that two game. I was
Yes.
hearing about that game against Guatemala, you know, from them times.
But people, as it relates to the reggae boys, the game of the year, Jamaica had played Canada here at the National Stadium. And listen to this now. There are two games, But this game was a drama game. Trinidad, not Trinidad, but Canada beat Jamaica 2-1 at the stadium. Yes, that game was scheduled for the 17th of November. And then it was postponed because of the inclement weather from the night to the following morning. So it was a morning game. A game that was played on a pitch that was really saggy. And I believe that contributed to the injury of Michael Antonio in that game. I have seen Jamaica dropped out of the qualifier right there of the Nations League.
Me too. Me I say that for them because them now got Canada go get
I
nothing.
no way.
and you know we could have won that game too. Leon Bailey get two clear
Yeah
chances in it.
man.
No
Yeah
man, we
man.
should have won that game, yes.
Yeah man.
But after losing 2-1 at the National Stadium, I'm going to Canada in 3 days time, right? For the
Yeah.
return leg.
Mm-hmm.
3 days time to Canada, in cold Canada, and to overturn Canada 3-2 to come away with a away goal rule. This was a miracle.
Mm-hmm. No man, I art I players them Saudi. You have
And
to
not
Yeah,
big up
man.
the
just
players them Saudi.
hold
The
on.
players them.
Listen, then I'm not see your heart and the day that Jamaica win.
No man.
them back never against the wall.
Yeah.
Are that far
You see
against
me?
the wall.
And the coach, remember I said the coach, he come like the coach still, me have to rate back the coach too, you see me? Because I don't know what kind of motivation or what kind of speech where the coach have with them. But me I tell you say that put something in the players them for one win. And me I tell you, Shemar Nicholson, big up yourself youth one more time. You hear me I
So
tell you?
why you bigging up
Flying in
Shamar?
the flying in the back of the net
That's
twice
why
in
you
that
bigging him up?
game.
That is the reason you
Because
big him up?
I'm not beside him, I have to
I'm
big
just
him up for
asking. I am just
no,
asking.
yeah, me I big him up for that reason, not that game, right
All
there.
right.
So me I big him up for
The
them
reason
two
why I
goals there.
asked you, Tom, the reason why I
Mm-hmm.
asked, I was told from reliable source
Mm-hmm.
that Shamar Nicholson was the
Mm-hmm.
man behind the comeback. Not because he scored.
Oh,
He was the
oh.
man who delivered the halftime speech in
The
the dressing room.
motivation speech, the motivation speech.
He was the one who made the changes.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one who threatened his teammate to say, listen, man, if you don't come back out, go fit to appear foolish, appear thump up and go on. Bad man
Re-
thing,
Rima,
Bad man.
Rima, Rima
Bring
badness.
Rima come
Football.
out in a dressing room.
Football badness.
The man I say you low. More you move from round the defense line and come right I say in a middle.
Well, I was told that Low asked for the switch.
No
And
man, me just attack sorry.
no man, no, but you're talking, but I'm telling you what I heard happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach conceded and they decided to
Mm-hmm.
make those moves.
Yeah, man. A court said that those decision that was made was all the players' decision. The
Yeah,
players
it
them
was
win that
Buzzer.
game for themselves, you know.
It was the man
Well,
Buzzer who decided to take all of this thing,
I will have to big up Michael Lecter too for coming in at the centre
man.
back. They played
Hey,
well.
trust me,
Mm-hmm.
we did.
True. Great game FIFA for reggae boys, them man. A history man, them make a Canada too. I think at first we even get something out of them a Canada, you know, like a win of Canada. I don't know if it's the first or a first in a long time or
Imagine
something like that.
if it is the first, if it even the last right now, fine, because we no must play World Cup of Canada. But since we'll have the games in three different country, right? But it was the historic one, and that was, I believe, is a very, very good one. Imagine you kick out Canada out of the Nations League, man.
Yeah, man. And that's a
Send,
big motivation that right
No,
there. So, you
tell
know,
me.
Saudi
send,
going
send
into
them.
that final game to, you know, Saudi. The players,
Yes.
them, me think so right now, Jamaican players, them believe so them can beat US. Me think so them are going to put down a showdown in that game. That are my belief right now, Saudi. So that the players, them are come out to win that game.
No,
Yeah,
man, but
man.
that would have given them every level of confidence to beat
Mm-hmm.
this US anywhere the match play.
Yeah, man.
Trust me. Competitive, I think with the, and with the experience and exposure that our players have now, I believe they'll be able to compete
And
satisfactorily.
them they on farm too. Most of the players that they on farm right now in Saudi. I
Man, I
hope them just
score
can
and
bring it.
sing.
Just
Yeah,
hope
I hope
hope
them
hope
can bring it
everybody
in
stay
to this
injury
new
free
years. Yeah,
till
stay
March.
injury free also. And I want to say something about him, Leon Bailey. Him, cause everybody attacks him, no perform good for Jamaica and stuff like that. And
Mm.
I would agree that he don't perform good for Jamaica. But I think one of that reason is because too much is on his shoulder. You understand? And he think that too much is on his shoulder because we as fans think like I don't know, we think of him too much, I think. And it's like he try too hard because of us sometime and that's why him fail. You know? I think
Okay.
some more time if we just give him a chance, a more time, just ease off for him more time and just let him playing game. Cause more time, you know,
Let
a
me tell you
player,
something.
yeah, go
Nah,
on inside.
sorry to cut you, but me can't really agree with you,
I
brother.
mean,
You
I
see, when
agree with that need
you
at
see as
all.
a fan, you can't tell a fan for ease off. Bridget, what fan then do?
No,
If fan then not come out
Fa-
and call him a name in the
no,
stadium.
no, no, sorry, no, man, but all nice stadium them beat him to man.
No, listen me,
You see
Bridget.
me?
No, listen to me, no, man.
And thing like that. Because me not say him not forget him beat in a Saudi.
Big man,
You
if
understand me? I say,
you no
if you
beat me
not
enough,
perform, you forget your beating still. But
you
at
Yo,
the
no beat
same time, me think say is like because why him wouldn't perform so good at Aston Villa?
two
You
reasons.
understand me? And when him come
me
to
think
Jamaica, him and Dasher some
No,
goal
hold
me
on.
see my score at Aston Villa in a man.
R in our comments say more pressure there Villa. I may agree with that. So more pressure there Aston Villa. Them stadium there
Listen me.
worse than
When the
any
Yeah,
brother
stadium
no
Bailey ever
man,
play for Jamaica, you
but
know.
I know Bailey, remember say Bailey, I know the you see no matter what, Bailey is a countryman, brother. He is being country. You
all
think
right,
Bailey out there in Aston Villa like you're there in country and
me give you my
you
take on that.
feel it like when them give him it like Aston Villa like how them are do it with him country. A
Let me give you
different
my
thing
take.
that brother.
Let me give you my
Yo,
take on that. Hold on, let me give you my take on that. What are the reasons why? The quality of game or quality of play, to me, is much higher in Aston Villa than at the Reggae Boys level.
Yeah, agree.
So, listen, me no man. Remember, say these are the players I must see every day. I must talk with every day. I must train with every day. The chemistry different. Yeah? The support
Yeah,
is
yeah.
also different. So it's going to be easier. And
Yeah,
look
that's
here now,
true.
you're playing for Aston Villa every 3 or every 5 days. How often are you playing for Jamaica? It's a different thing. And the stakes is much higher, believe it or not. The
it's a
stakes is higher at Aston
it's a
Villa.
different
Yeah,
system,
man. It's
everything.
that everything different. And so mentally, he might don't believe that he have the level of support here at Jamaica. He probably feel that him have too much distractors at Jamaica. That, but no, me Aston Villa people and boo him already, you know.
Yeah, them boo him, of
Man, me hear
course.
So this,
Aston Villa people make him
Remember,
turn
say
off
them in say,
all him
remember, say them in
comments on
a say,
Instagram, man.
yeah, remember, them in say, them in want him left one at a time,
yes.
Saudi. You
So when
understand
you
Aston
me, I say? But
Aston Villa
remember, say,
fans
I know
them
you, remember, say, that Aston Villa as a club, your country, different. You
yeah,
Aston
understand me,
but
Villa
as a,
fans them make him all turn off him comments on IG.
remember, say, you say, no, man. You
yeah, man.
understand
But
me, I say?
what I am saying too, and don't get me wrong. Born a Jamaica, him never growing up playing at Jamaica either.
You never play no schoolboy
So
football at Jamaica or them
so
thing.
the whole Jamaica football rhythm, no in a Leon Bailey either, is just like the rhythm or the culture
Yeah,
in Jamaican football. As the Leon Bailey, in my opinion, is the same thing where Bobby Reed would have, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
a
It's the
lot of the
same thing
players
where that man do.
would have
Level
the
of
same
culture.
level of
You understand?
yeah
Because they're
Mm-hmm.
not from
of
here.
difference.
So
Yeah.
at the same thing, I say with Leon. So
Nah.
we can't say because him born angry. No.
No, sorry, me not say him not forget when me at say me talking no sorry. Me not say him not forget him beat me, you know. But me I wonder what it takes to make him play good because in a Jamaica shirt.
All right.
Okay.
Because of that me
You see,
want him play good, you know. That's why me I wonder if a we now make him play good
you see,
because we are beat. Cause me beat him too, you know, sorry. Nobody feel say me no beat him too, you know.
And we think
But
we
is
overreact.
you know
you see
more
if
time
Listen,
me I
man.
think, you know.
you see if Bailey have a good game for Jamaica, Jamaica is unplayable. Man, I don't know if you remember when we beat US the US in a one game 1-0 when Shamar Nicholson scored from we out.
Mm-hmm.
That game, Leon Bailey had a decent game, you know, and US couldn't keep up with it, you know. We actually ball US off of the park the day, you know. Leon Bailey had a half decent game.
And guess one I think with Jamaica too. Him not fi touch the ball so much time. You understand me I say? In a Aston Villa, watch how Aston Villa play. Him hold on pan the ball all the time when him fi hold on pan the ball. You understand me I say? But when him a play for Jamaica, it's like him overdo it, me think more time for Jamaica. I don't know what he's trying to do,
The
want
one
to
reason,
but
the
him
one
overdo
reason
it for we.
in a Jamaica, him a dribble from too deep. Aston Villa, him high up the field to
High up the
receive the
pitch.
ball.
So now that me I tell
So
you,
again, is the system and how they play. But you know, it's really a big thing still. I want to ask this question that RR posed already. Should JFF pursue Greenwood? Yeah.
mm,
Yes, because he's a world class attacker, and at least we have a bigger pool and create more competition. But in terms of Greenwood as priority, I think the priority should be a midfielder. But if we have Greenwood at our disposal, why not?
mm-hmm. Because me think what me think about that. Because a lot of people are talk about what happened with him, and because him not we shouldn't pursue him because of what his situation. You understand me? And I
That
think
might.
that could happen to any man still. You understand me? I say, and certain things you have to look past. You understand me? I say, and
Mm-hmm.
thing it's like what in England, probably them now look past it because in a for them country it happen and they want to prove a point because they do human rights and them thing that in certain countries and stuff like that. But it's like they want to. It's like a lot of even the I think the reggae girls don't approve of it either. You understand me?
Regular girls approve of what?
The Mason Greenwood in Jamaica going to get Mason Greenwood, you
You see
know.
me? You see, many of us don't look in our own backyard or things, but I'm gonna leave that out for now. You
You
hear?
know.
Because
So
I don't think that
and
should
I think
disqualify.
and that's what I think too because he's still playing football. It's not like he cannot
But
play football no more and he's
But the man was acquitted of all charges. He's being
Yeah.
prosecuted in the court of public opinion. So if there's
But you know
insufficient,
Jamaican, man. You know Jamaican already. You know
I don't
Jamaican.
follow,
Them are going to look for the
under the
worst
code.
part of the situation. Worst part we are going to look for. Nah, look for the full situation. Because we don't know what happened really, But we just attack, You understand where I come?
Let's not get into that part of it. We just want to keep the football part of it here. So. I disagree with that. So yes. But Arno is asking who. So who your bench in the front? So that if you're gonna look at front three, I don't see Hargreaves to play in front three. So how do you play?
But he's like a front three in play same way, because him Bailey and Demara Gray and Mikel Antonio or Shemar Nicholson. Him play as a forward. Yes, I understand me.
Yeah, like Shamar and Mikel Antonio alternate as the number 9.
Yeah.
And for them style of play in comparison to Greenwood, totally different. So.
So this one I say too, That's why I think say Bailey I do too much work from too deep, because when him play him 4-4 to have Leon Bailey out wide as a midfield, I tell you now, I saw it play, and that's why Bailey not doing so much. And when you reach closer to that thing,
no man, because we not not for cut here, because we not have a midfielder. That's why I have to go do the work there. You see, if we have that midfielder where we can pass the ball, give him.
Him could have played a 4-3-3.
Yeah, him wouldn't have to chop back the ball and have to try make plays as himself.
Me not believe that there's something not tell me about me not have the ball there. You have one whole squad. Get the ball at them for the formation or for the system you want to play. Play the man at the best position that he can play.
But sorry, him not have the best ball at them for the system where he want to play, and him not try to change him system.
But that means it's a no system. It's unfair, because the ballers who you have in there still not the right players.
Yeah, them still not the right players. Remember, say I saw him a shift around the midfield, And when we have the same midfield, which window we have the same midfield? No window we not have the same midfield. Every window midfield change.
Yes,
gentlemen. Don't worry about Leon Bailey, man. Leon Bailey represent one of our best hope going forward. And he's gonna get it right soon.
Get it right
soon.
No man, I know say man get it, but I want him get it right, Like in our next window, I want him get it right in our next window. Bring the farm there in our next window. I wonder if we can help let him bring the farm there. Cause more time you can't attack. Cause you have some man we talk down man for no reason to, And talk down man even when the man do good. Like do good, them still not talk about them. I say, yo, but him not do good for Jamaica, just so in club. You understand me? I say you can't deal with the thing in that situation.
The question we're going to ask the panelists: which one of you would willing to sit Bailey on the bench?
Depends on who you have if you replace him.
No, with what we have now. With what we have now.
That we have now.
Yeah.
Bailey Afina.
Bailey Afina is side. Afina is starting side right now. Okay. With what we have. With what we have right now.
No doubt. And he's still one of our better players.
So let's say we get Mason Greenwood. You're willing to sit him on the bench?
But Mason Greenwood have to go sit. Remember saying one thing with Will Grimo still, Will Grimo still, If you watch Grimo, when he bring in a player, he hardly give the player the start, bet the player the start when a player just come in.
But you don't bring in no Mason Greenwood yet.
That's true. But tell her all the man when Mason Greenwood, you say all the man Mason Greenwood are come in for me for differently, not Leon Bailey, but Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, man, I'm playing through Mikel, man.
You understand me?
You have to play Greenwood through Mikel.
Man, for sure, both Greenwood and Bailey. And Gray.
Yeah, man. And Gray.
For me.
Mikel Antonio, I have to come out for car differently. Mikel Antonio, a big ball liner, but Mikel Antonio, best part-time game right now to me, I'm hold up play. You understand me I say? And thing and differently if you have a centre forward, him have to score, no matter what, brother. And in all of them windows they were passed, I wish one of them game they can say Mikel Antonio score a goal, you know. Which game? From when Mikel Antonio scored for Jamaica. You understand what I say? So in a that aspect, me don't push Mason Greenwood in for him
With
because
Mason Greenwood coming in, it would be between it would provide we would bring in competition for Bobby Reed. That's pretty much it. It's either him or Bobby.
well,
You see, it will be a very good discussion, and just a decision that will be made. One of the thing is that I guess with Mikel Antonio, as you mentioned, Greenwood for him, Mikel brings a different type of play to the team. That challenge up from that hold up, you know, that would have worked well with Shemar, going up and run off for the second ball and so on.
but him
So
and
it all
Shemar no
depends.
play together though, Sadi.
The
Him and say
No,
physicality.
him
no, they
and
don't.
Shemar no play together. Him Shemar plays them switch spaces. You understand me? I say, me not say him is not a good player, but I think he need to score. Okay, if you play centre forward, you have to score. Your older player can't be just that
Yeah,
you play for.
but be fair, to a stranger. He always score. You might just probably go into a bad patch in that way. Mikel has scored some wonderful goals
Listen,
and
in
important goals
my
for Jamaica
view,
too.
It's a
in
long
my
time
view,
Sadi to me.
it would be a great problem to have
Yes, Trevor.
because all of them are real good assets, bro. You know what I mean?
Man, it's very
You
good.
can use them, based on opposition, based on conditions. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it would be a good problem for the coach. That.
What do you think about Cephas?
Aye. I see first case is another story.
I haven't seen much of him.
Good speedy player, but again, Nicholson, Antonio,
Me-
and
It's gonna be difficult for Cephas outplay or to get those players out. Me not tell a lie. Him have talent, him have skill, but I don't think, and he's not consistent. Regardless of what people wanna say, if you're gonna put Cephas in, trust me, and I've been watching him recently since everybody talking about him and following and so on. But to me,
and
him have to
not to
give some more,
not to mention we also have Corey Burke with
you know.
decent player here and
So
there.
if you're gonna look at the records,
Me to
Cephas
for
probably will win.
Corberg, me think Corberg will see back the Jamaica shirt right now, brother.
Why you say
And
for?
run. I know, me not think say
Well,
Corberg right
stranger,
now. We have moved
stranger,
from Corberg right now, man.
stranger, you're
Corberg,
tough.
him.
You're tough with the old broom, them, some man.
Tough man, mark hard man.
Man.
You know what, man? Stranger, I make some space for the devil,
No,
Mm.
man. No, man.
But
No,
what I
sorry,
would
man.
say, right now we have an abundance of talent for the forward line right now,
Mhm.
even
Yeah,
without
man.
a Mason Greenwood yet. We have people who can do the job. I just, cause listen, why me glad that we make it to the Copa. Not
Yeah.
so much the result we are getting at what may I expect. I mean, I expect much in the Copa. What may I expect is that the fact that them in that competition it will give them time together
Gel,
as a
gel.
unit for a good
Mm-hmm.
period of time.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
going into the World Cup qualifiers right after that.
Here you
Yeah,
go.
man. A
Here
whole
you
heap of
go.
game them have together, man. Whole heap
Here
Yeah,
you
of
man.
game.
go. You know what I mean?
But Trevor, him, when the coach I got start bringing players and just have a core of players where I use, where him know say
Him
them
have him,
players are
hey,
gone.
don't believe he know having core now. Him know,
Me think him
I
have a core.
guarantee you that coach know him 16 players.
Me think him have a
When know him
core.
I work with. Yeah, man, him know all of them.
You have,
Trust me.
you have to always recruit still. You have to always have
Yeah, man.
look on Southgate. Whenever Southgate here a player rumored to go represent the next country, him just give them a call up, give them a
Yeah,
one
man.
But I
game
think,
and drop them.
but But not even that. Even a player that performing good for them Premier League team. Look at a Cole Palmer. Him just rise up from nowhere and him a play for England already. So
Yeah.
you have to
One of the
always a
thing,
look, man, because people out there.
and one of the thing,
But him have him
boss,
core. Him have him core.
and don't forget that, trust me, you have a core of players going through 3 months, 4 months before your competition or before World Cup, a few may really get injured and get out.
Exactly.
That's
So you
true.
have to
That's
have
Exactly.
true.
that large contingent of players who you can pull
Yeah,
from.
man.
From
Yeah,
time
that's
to time,
true.
you carry them in and you understand, have them
That's
going.
true.
Just the nature of the football
That's
still.
true. That's true. That's true. That's
Because
true.
Yeah,
remember,
man.
if
But
you,
honestly, I never comment, you see that Canadian, you see that performance up in Canada there.
Mhm.
For the time I watch Jamaica football, I can't remember a performance bigger than that on the road from any Jamaica team.
No, let
Not
me say
even
it's
at
a
the
miracle
1998
performance.
World Cup.
Big. But people always bring up the '98 World Cup like we get some big beating at the start of the campaign,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We get some beat,
We
man. Yeah,
get
man.
six. We get six of Mexico,
Yeah, man. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hey, the Mexico team there wasn't normal doing it. It was on a different
Yeah, man.
level,
A
you know,
big
boss.
side, man. A big side,
The
Mexico. They
Mexico
hear
team
that.
was on a different level. So getting
Mm-hmm.
six up on the Azteca in that condition, man, trust me. You have to hold on your head for that one there.
And the truth
You
is,
know?
we just a push out weight, Bridget.
Yeah,
We
man.
just a push out. So
Mm-hmm.
we get some favorable decisions, some favorable performances. And of course, going to Mexico. And the fact that we get the big beat now, we are here all about 98. That's a historic moment, Bridget. So you're not going
Yeah,
to
man.
forget about it.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And not only
No,
we
but
get big beat now, we have some big performance, cause don't
Yeah,
yeah,
forget
man.
the
we
performance
had some.
down where Paula score one runaway goal, them a run for half line down where
Was
was
it
it?
El
El
Salvador?
Salvador,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man,
man.
down the
That was a
stretch.
big performance,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then
even
That was
even the one that Mexico.
then I draw the in a national stadium against Mexico again.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Because
big
Result.
performance, but you see
big
that
one.
Canadian on the road back against the wall coming from
Yeah,
behind.
man, a
Trust
big
me,
win, that
you
man.
don't get better
Big
than
win.
Big
that.
win, man.
You don't get better than that against the odds. You
And
know.
With
the
all,
level of confidence where it instilled in the team, and now, like,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man.
putting that team here together. I'm gonna
What you think about the
God.
coach, Sadi?
that's what I'm
The
gonna
coach
talking
good,
about
man.
this year. What's your assessment of the coach
The
and the
coach
staff?
good, man.
Yeah, me like it. Me like it. Me like it. Like what the coach is doing. You know, I
The
think the
coach is
coach
good,
is
man.
doing a great job. All there are probably a lot of people probably don't like his style of play. More time I don't like to see it sometime either. More time I think I like to see. I would like to see Jamaica team possess the ball more a little more, keep the ball a little more, and pass it around. But if it's his style and they're getting the result, you know, so
Stranger.
what, you know?
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
think the
man.
Stranger.
coach.
You see Birmingham sack Wayne Rooney said, oh, what, 15 weeks wasn't enough. If you count out the time where this coach have with these players, I don't think it add up to 5 weeks,
Yeah, but the
You
thing
know what I
is, like,
mean?
I
So it
think
take
that
time.
yeah, I think the coach have a plan, and
Yeah, man.
him a work on it, and I think him a wait to see it come together. And even if him left the program, you can at least we have a foundation
Yeah, that's true
to come
because
from.
I'm gonna
great
say
Foundation in
point,
terms of
Laron.
what? Foundation in terms of what?
Foundation in terms of we develop a team that is competitive in CONCACAF. We can
Uh,
qualify for your next World
and
Cup. We can
and
if-
and
when we
You're
qualify
right.
for
You know, as
26
it,
World Cup, because I say if I say when we qualify for 26 World Cup, we can move on and qualify for more World
mm,
Cups after that.
I'm
I
not
feel
and
sure.
like
yeah,
I'm
we
not
and
have
sure.
that
the
we have a
pathway,
blueprint.
man, is like
Yeah,
the
man, we have a
pathway,
blueprint.
to go, man. Like like remember, you know, really, him really. I don't know, but Paul Hall used to do the same thing, or if Paul Hall used to
You see,
bring in so much overseas based player in the squad. But if
mm,
you look for, oh my god.
all right, sorry, stranger, go sort that one out.
listen, listen. Um, I mean, get what you're saying, but I don't agree with you.
Hmm.
Um, one, you see, the way Jamaica go about qualifying for World Cup, I don't think is the best way. I think every 2 3 years you have to rebuild with overseas players. Me don't like that thing there. You get what
I'm
I
not
say?
a, I'm not a fan of it either.
So
But
the
I think that
foundation when we really wanna see the coach, use him expertise with his to help to develop the
The
football
local
in
football.
Jamaica.
in Jamaica,
Yes. Because trust me, we have a whole ton of talent down the same way. You get what I'm saying? But
also takes some structure from the governing body, which
yeah,
see the
but
structure they were.
what I say, what we have now and how we are go about it now, I think you're doing a good job. And I think anytime this coach get a good 3 weeks with that team together, I think you're gonna see big improvement with how they play.
And the team is fairly young, when you look upon it, fairly young.
Hmm.
Probably probably average age 24, 25.
Yeah, so we know we have at least one more World Cup cycle out of them,
Good.
Yeah.
Most of these
minimum.
excited young players from England, coming out from England, they are young players. So they will
Yeah,
give us until 2030.
yeah.
And if we qualify for the World Cup, you're gonna see some player come out of the woodwork and want to play for Jamaica.
Yeah, but I don't think much gonna get invited.
Nah, I
The,
don't, I
them
don't
a
think so.
them a
You have to,
push.
you have to go be top quality.
Yeah, you have to be a
Yeah,
Mason Greenwood.
I think he pushing like to Jamaica to develop the young talents from early. So by him doing this and getting overseas player, Jamaica, him like JFF and the clubs know that they have to do better within developing up young talents for if they want them to transition to the national team. So for right now, you're not gonna have a lot of young talents transitioning to the national team right now from Jamaica because to them I think they're saying that they're not developed the right way or fully when they reach certain age. So it's
So
like they're
stranger,
telling, yeah.
you think JFF you would have want charge JFF to do that?
I not JFF really, I think really. You know that the clubs them supposed to develop in talents. The clubs them supposed to have young academy and stuff like the young talents to come up in a for them program to develop, and also the parishes supposed to them supposed to have the parish leagues them and them
I
stuff
feel
there
like
from a young age supposed to develop the youths them and stuff like that also. But I don't know, but the development is a big issue why the youths them. Me now go tell you that him say them fit in the squad because in at the end of the day, a lot of them get chance to prove themselves and stuff, and it's like them don't make it. You understand me? So it's like you have to see what the coach is saying, and I must a reason why he's saying that also.
I think starting the development at parish level is probably the best option. And the reason why I may say that is that we're gonna focus on players that are currently in schools, and a lot of the clubs won't have the resources to school the players because we know we're Jamaicans and we're big fan schooling. We also know that not everybody are gonna make it on the professional scene, and we don't want to feel them youth here at some level. We want to give them a chance at every possible level. So I think developing a parish competition where, say, the best players from Clarendon, from the parish of Clarendon, the Glenmere, the Central, the Edwin Allen, it's easier to get these players together after school at a central location and house them and train them and play parish competitions throughout the year, starting probably January, February after the schoolboy season ends. So we have that continual playing and development, and them can also still spend some time in a school. Getting them to a club and have you from Clarendon, I got join a Arnett Garden or a Harbour View. If you get from Clarendon to Harbour View, unless Harbour View I go school that player and put him up on something, then I think it would take less funding and at the parish level, and it would be more effective development.
But
Right. So
but
I will say you guys try to note the right note for me. That's my view. But for me, my personal view, I think corporate Jamaica is what letting down Jamaica football, right? Because everybody quick to point the finger at JFF. I personally don't believe JFF have the resources to take on that. And if you look around the world, which confederation really charged to develop footballers? None.
But is
Trevor,
JFF, if JFF doing enough
Trevor,
to
good
attract
pointing. One of the
sponsors?
things why I would say
No, but
Jeff,
all right.
not the sole
Why me say?
responsibility of JFF, but JFF
Yeah.
need to drive the cause. For example, you look back at the same parish league that Laron spoke about. Who will have
Yeah.
to drive that? JFF
JFF.
themselves have dropped the
Right.
ball instead of having these youth football, pushing it to the
Mm-hmm.
parishes, pushing it to the
Mm-hmm.
clubs, encourage the clubs to have these youth team coming on. They used to
But
have the under 19
like
in
him
Premier
also
League.
say, the clubs don't have the resources to
No.
do it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, listen, remember earlier we used to have the under 19 league, or the under 21 rather, Premier League, where every
Mm-hmm.
Premier League have an under
And
21
a
team.
under 21 team, yep.
Yes. So they used to get the
Right.
sponsor from corporate Jamaica too, not just the
Mm-hmm.
clubs. It's just that they host that and push it. So they drop all of that. These are the things that they need to get back to and to see how we can organize and get the sponsorship in. Drive, put a plan and a policy in place that can sell to corporate Jamaica.
All right. When I was in Jamaica back in 2011, 2012, right? Me go stadium, go watch the World Cup qualifying campaign for the 2014 World Cup. They are every qualifying game at the stadium, and we never qualify for the World Cup. But every game in Jamaica, the stadium was packed.
Mm-hmm.
Stadium packed, bleachers, grandstand, everything. Now we can barely pack the grandstand, and
Right.
we weren't getting a better result than no.
Right.
And there were sponsors on board. There was the courts, there was the Digicel. Remember, of the big court sign over the bleachers there. So you had these corporate companies coming on. I mean, I know say Captain Horace Burrell was around them time there, and Captain Bakery was a big sponsor of the thing and pumping a lot of money. But I mean, we no longer have those resources. What is the JFF doing in terms of proposal and putting out um, campaigns and trying to get corporate sponsors? I
Right.
mean, sponsors got to know, have to know what them are get in return. If them not get nothing, them not put in nothing.
Yeah,
Because
but how you gonna get how you gonna
me not go pay if you go advertise to half a grandstand.
all right. You see, in the 80s and 90s, check the clubs and that used to be a mainstay in a Premier League, right? And check the resources that they had, right? You have the Black Star from down at Centre. I really didn't know who they behind it, but they have a lot of resources behind it. I think some of the hotels
Hotel,
might have
yeah.
involved in it, right? You have the Reno, Bim Williams,
Yes.
yeah. You have the Wadada with Fidem system. You have the Seba with Fidem system. You have the Galaxy with the Jimmy Chin. You have the Hazard with what the next guy name, next China man,
True kitchen.
Ming, Mr. Ming,
Ming,
Mr.
Ming.
Ming.
Ming. Ming.
Yeah. You have the Arnett Gardens with the George Pang and everybody else around it. You know what I mean? And those were the time when they started under 21 thing.
Yes, I
Yeah, but
agree to
remember back then when we played Craven A Premier League, we used to sell a better product. I don't, even
Right.
with
And
social media
why?
now, I don't know
But
why.
why? Because, like I say again, the teams that were the mainstay was a reason why they were the mainstay because they have good resources for the times.
Yeah, remember Waterhouse or Tivoli a player,
Yeah,
Waterhouse or
man.
Arnett, you have to play
Yeah,
the game
man.
at stadium because the for a Waterhouse
Exactly.
can't fit the game
Exactly.
or
All right. So away from the when name Maroons and Cavalier, like them are going with that thing. Who else have a team that is sustainable resources wise? in the Premier League today.
Mount
Mount Pleasant.
Pleasant, Mount
Yeah,
Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant with Maroon, yeah.
Them Harbour,
No, no Maroon, Mount Pleasant, yeah.
them Harbour View,
Harbour
them a rich
View, right.
side stay away, you know, you see
On
me?
it.
And them a good money side. I think Portmore,
You
them
think
have
so?
money around a Portmore and thing. Portmore,
Yeah,
them
man.
not have
On
money
it
at
still,
Portmore too,
on it
man.
still have them thing, man.
Yeah, but
Portmore have
what
money to
thing?
Sadi.
Huh?
Them have money at
How many,
Portmore
all right,
now.
all right.
Well,
So Portmore have money.
Portmore,
How many teams? How many teams Portmore have?
Them have
them
them
have
have
them
youth
under 15 and I think I don't remember if it's
under
under
9,
19.
under 20 are sitting are sitting 19 or one of them sitting there too. And I
The thing
think
is,
of
you know,
them win the other day too. I
is,
think of them
Trevor,
win.
the
Mm-hmm.
clubs have them youth teams, you know, but there's no
Mm-hmm.
competition. There's no one single competition would have buying like when you have the Premier League would have gotten these competitiveness in. So the clubs just compete at the parish level. In the parish level
Mm-hmm.
now, for example, in St. Catherine, how much Premier League team in St. Catherine, how much teams with that level you can get that from? You get what I'm saying? So you have one like three
Mm-hmm.
or four team playing major league in St. Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the competitive nature. From that,
Mm-hmm.
if you go down to Portland, there's no Premier League team. You
Exactly.
understand?
St. Thomas.
You understand? So you see, it's another issue. Thank God
So
there's one team now going to go to the tier two from
That's
St. Thomas to play
that's
and
how they
hopefully they can come up.
a well marketed parish competition would help
that's how a parish
bring
team
out
are gonna come in.
bring
Isn't
out
it?
them teams are from them talent are from those
Mm-hmm.
parishes that
Yeah,
don't have a
man.
Premier
So
League.
one of the things I may say, JFF need to drive the thing, Bridget. Push it on and see how we get from there. Let me see the policy. Let me see the thing in place so we can say, all right, them go for them part and we just out there now pay for we part. We don't want to go play. And it's another thing about we Jamaican. We don't really love free football, to be honest with you. We don't love our
We
grassroots football.
we love talk football.
Yeah, we talk it
Mm.
like we are, but we don't really support it.
Exactly.
You understand what I say? And you know, when I do,
Sorry for cut you. Unseen while you drop the link.
and see, you know, watch it in Bridget. And in there, you know. All right.
All right.
All right, and
The
see, you
game
have
against Canada in Jamaica, wasn't that game free?
it free because
Was
it
it
rain
free?
out. It never free the night.
Right.
Is the
We were
morning
never
it
free
free?
tonight, but when it actually played, wasn't it
Mm-hmm.
free?
Yes.
How many people turned up at the stadium?
Few.
Exactly.
But Trevor, it would be difficult, you know. Remember, say, if you never plan, for example, it was said that persons who bought tickets
Right.
for the night match never see him still go the following day. So people may not have a plan to go to, you know, maybe have different plans for that day, so they wouldn't turn up for the game. So I understand that. I not say because it's free. I think because at the timing of the game, it would be difficult for a lot of people to go to the game.
Sorry. You have a lot of people in just in Kingston alone
Mm-hmm.
who don't have no work commitment and they still not show up.
But me agree. But that to me is still a minority because based on the ticket sales that they had, half of them people still not go back at the game. The
So what I
persons who
tell
were
you,
planning to
you know how
go to
many
the game,
people,
who
you know how
bought
many, it's in
tickets.
a 98 when we are qualified.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people miss work?
Me understand, Trevor. Me understand. And it's difficult to really
Put one
compare.
game, put Guatemala to play one game in a for them country against a national team. And just charge, we're not talking about free, reduce price. They're
Mm.
not going to have enough place for all people.
We know, man. We don't support the football. We know
Right?
that.
So
Trevor,
put
you have to
one,
wait till we are qualified for World Cup again. And it look like we are gonna qualify. You have to wait till them time before if wagon is them jump for the wagon man. So they remember say we are
but what
wagon
me
is
I
in a man.
say,
Three matches to go.
as a little youth, you know how far we travel to go watch a Premier League game?
That's true, man. I will not tell them sitting there this star. We never have none near we.
None
Time
near
you
we.
have to drive through all our on a highway and make it.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
After you go in a galaxy, you don't know you reach back home.
Yes, man.
Outside. But that's the nature of it. We're not into it like that anymore. You know. Just like the other day, for example, people invite me to Premier League matches and I say, yeah, man, may I come a match? Bridget, coming up because I left your name I gave. I said, no, I have a problem paying for people going to a match. I'd love to support. You get what I'm saying? For example, I got some school. There's a couple schoolboy I gave me go this year and people will get but I mean I said box cover. But we have a problem, I'll pay and go through. People now do that. Some people know still have pay, they know but I go. Some people where they love jump fence. If you get open, they still jump the fence. We don't love football. We don't support the football, and that is the nature of it. For example, one time when you hear say a new set of jersey or a new set of top bus, Trevor, if you're not going in the first month, you can't get none free buy. Right now, JFF has struggled to sell to Adidas shoe. Struggle. So I don't know, people. It is a difficulty. But guess what? Was it a very good year for the senior reggae boys, or was it a good year for the reggae boys?
It was a very good year. It was a good year. Can't complain. I mean, there are a few, one and two results where we think we could have shifted the other way in our favor, but that's the nature of football.
Okay, and seeing your ball flink and you're coming with your nice. All right, so we can safely say it
I
was
wait my
indeed
turn, man.
a good year, for football. So Unseen, welcome. What say you?
Well, I believe it could be better, but um, we're happy that we achieve, some of the things that we didn't achieve over the years. So it's a good look. I think I hear you guys talking about the stadium and money and stuff, promoting and stuff. I think this year financially is one of the best year for JFF. In terms of getting money,
Where
the
they get the money
deal,
from?
Adidas, FIFA.
They don't get no
Uh,
help of money from the Adidas deal, man.
what? All right.
A partnership they not bear a lot of money right now. It is possible going forward, but right now, no, I don't.
Sorry, Chris. The situation may have some information when we can't to release from here. Go live with this. So.
No man,
Uh,
what I'm saying is just my view, boss. Me not tell you
no, we know
something.
your
I'm
view,
just
but
view.
this come from the Eagles.
Okay.
You understand me? So
So
as me I
that
say,
that's
yeah,
unseen. You say it's a lot of probably the most best year for JFF in terms of money collected, right? From
right,
the various thing, right?
right.
Whichever we have in a year where we send so many teams in to so many competitions.
We have here what we're saying a lot of teams go out, man,
Yeah,
before their captain time.
yeah. I mean, that captain that I can really remember under 23, under 17, and the national team.
But
There
remember the
was
girls
no,
them raking a lot of money,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Mm-hmm,
they get a lot of money from the GoFundMe too as well. Um
mm-hmm.
them
But
get money from
JFF money that's him unseen.
hmm?
And I JFF money them there.
yeah, man.
So for money.
Any money collected in a name in a boss, I for them.
Tell him what I go on, yeah. Who for name it have to go to JFF.
You have enough?
But
You
Say
unseen
understand me?
what
JFF,
I think the same thing, unseen.
if foundation money go to JFF.
Yeah, man. From the cars, from you put it up, reggae boys, who responds are reggae girls, who responsible for them?
Um, unseen one of the things is, the money comes in, but remember, prior to receiving these money was spent, without we knowing where the money they come from. So if you
I
go and
remember
balance the book, hold on, if you go and balance the book, yes, we can safely say yes, a lot of money comes in based on performances and based on certain levels of income from FIFA.
right.
But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of expenditure
Yeah,
that,
them have debt too
you
and
know,
them have pay off.
yesteryears it may not be there like that.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is that in terms of collecting money, this was their best year. They have bills to pay. They have,
Yeah, yeah.
they have
Yeah, we get there.
a lot of debt before the Ricketts team went in. That needs
Right.
to be cleared off. You understand me? And they still have a lot of work to do in terms of the integrity in terms of transparency when it comes
Yeah,
to money. They have a lot of
yeah,
work
yeah.
here, in order because they make a mistake the other day with the girls in payment. So people look at that and say them people can't manage money. So they have a lot of work to do there. I think Lenny Strong, he need to be he might have some little cleaning up to do some cost
Some, some
some
PR work.
yeah, man, some little work to clean up in team, something wrong with terms of the part there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for real. Because you make mistake with paying the girls. We don't understand. Something wrong.
Well, Nancy, who is the treasurer for the JFF?
Uh, the former president for St. Catherine. So I read him name.
Horace Reed. Not Horace Reed. When the big
Yeah,
man there.
in the department. That department. They do money.
But we can hear the treasurer come out in making any statements.
What you have to understand, a lot of these persons they don't like to talk on medias.
No, it's not about like to talk, brother. And this is what I think. We understand you
That
have
is
a
the problem.
communication arm, and if you notice who communicates, I hear your boss do a lot of the communication, and I never know that that was up his sleeve.
Who you referring to as your boss?
And
Speedy
see,
man.
talk.
Oh,
Steady knows that steady.
okay.
No,
Speed of my
because
virgin, but may I try to say, me just
you
try
have,
understand the
you have,
communication thing.
you have to understand transparency.
And that's
So
why me
so who is
ask.
the PR person? Who is the PR person?
And see, respond to that.
Um, Earl Bailey, Simon Preston.
No man, those are the media communication. Man. We are talking about PR who give the information in and out of the JFF. Those persons only talk
JFF.
when it comes on to the games aspect of it.
I don't know.
But at this point, it look like
And Steve still.
it's Mr. Chung because him
Yes,
Mr.
Chung,
Promoter
exactly.
the general
Exactly.
secretary, and
come
Mr.
out
Steed are the two voice piece for the JFF right now. And I know Mr. Steve's role and responsibility, he is the technical officer. Am I right? And see, he chairs the
Technical
technical committee
committee,
of the
chairman of
JFF.
technical committee.
But he
He
speaks
deal
on
with
everything at
coaches
the
and
JFF.
players, contract and all them things.
Mm.
And rules and regulation of players,
So
contract.
So unseen question for you. For you, are you out of 10, how you grade the JFF performance and award?
I'm gonna give them 5.
So low?
Yeah, man, low.
Oh.
boy.
Remember, just remember, no, man. We can't just look on it, say, the achievement that them get and thing,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most of
Mm-hmm.
these, most of these things that happening now is because of the player them force them to act that way. The boys
Right.
them with Paula strike, make them have to fire somebody where mash up the football.
Right.
Remember good now?
No, I
Who that?
remember, man.
You remember when them a tell Damian Lewis and a party shop business them a run?
Yeah, yeah.
Just remember good now?
So
No,
who
but at
did?
this year, me I thought we unseen 2023.
Yeah, man, so 2023 them thing happen.
2023, them didn't happen?
Yeah,
Like
That it was
early
last
part.
year.
the early part, man.
Okay,
So
okay.
You figure 20 man them tell Whitmore say, oh, start the English based player them alone versus Panama.
Mm.
who
Like
who, who,
Hudson.
who gave Whitmore those instructions? Which man did?
All right, let us look at it because we don't want to call a name. Let us look on it
Yeah.
logical or reason it out properly.
Mm.
If Whitmore is a coach where him like mixture, him like balance. There's no way Whitmore gonna play one match, you see? And him love local based players too. At the time, local based players get a lot of opportunity under Whitmore. Him a go play pure English based player in a game versus Panama. That is
Right.
information coming from top, up top. Can't nothing
Yeah.
about it, just have to just work with it.
Yeah.
And seeing that's why people them say you're all if a Jamaican player them, you know rate the English based player them,
Who said that?
Hawks and scene,
Because they're mad.
Hawks and scene.
So
Because they're
and
mad.
unseen. So you're saying then, based on those things, you can give them more than a 5 out of 10
Yeah. But they might get better still.
within the same year.
Good.
You get it
So
better.
next question and scene. You think this a Chung? What position is a Chung hold again?
Gen Sec.
Secretary. Then sec.
Then say, you think he improve on the past one?
I think him a little bit better than the previous one.
In terms of what?
Okay.
Him come and him talk, him talk to the media and so.
So we communicate,
But
that's all.
yeah, but you have to always remember that you have person in there we have bigger talk than him.
Yeah.
Like, but unseen, which of the office have bigger thought than general secretary?
People on the board, man.
Talk to, which office? Not give me the people them name.
Yeah?
Big man, the truth
The
of the matter
person.
is, hold on, man. The truth of the matter is, regardless of what, and we can use that to cover certain things. The general secretary, once doing his job fairly and accurately, he probably have the biggest talk in the JFF.
That's what you
Or
think.
in the federation.
That's how
Let
you
me
He's,
not
think.
so,
say
he,
the,
he,
let
he's
me not say the
supposed
J.
to.
I saw it for go.
In the
But
federation.
you look to the JFF and think not even president have a big talk. Tell me that
And I don't
So
want
who
to
have a
get
big
into
talk
that
and
right
scene?
now.
Not person, not without giving name.
Hey, Trevor, if you go further into this name, I'll start call.
You want unseen getting a
no, me
big
not
problem, man.
no, but a whole heap of things that need to change. It'll take time to change, and people not gonna say a whole heap of change because
Okay.
you have people in there where mean good for the football, and them
Yeah.
take time to work them way. Some people will get pushed out. So don't worry yourself. It'll get
Okay.
better.
So the
So
election
and
All right.
coming up will be key.
Exactly.
me not ask unseen about what him think about the election. You see me? I wish we him a sing.
Me,
No, I don't.
me not a
No.
vote.
Who you think?
Eh?
Who you think that I will
No,
and
but me
see?
say who you don't want to win, who you don't want to win. Me not talk about that. Who you think are going to win. Me not ask the word that the question where Trevor ask.
No.
Me ask you who you want to win. Everybody have somebody where they would favoritize to win,
You don't
Can't
like to
answer
see
that.
changes and see?
Why I can't answer it, but I don't know because I'm look on both party.
Yeah.
Them not make one. Them not make the both leaders. Them not really cement no spark in my head for me say yes. Them deserve that. I think
Mm-hmm.
other persons in the JFF doing a better job than the leaders. If you
But
ask me,
that's not a good point when I'm seeing.
yeah?
Because sometimes it's not doing a better job with it. It's okay for them to be a better job, but do they have the guts and the determination to lead the JFF
And the ability.
And then it's so
and the
unfair.
ability?
It's so
Because
unfair.
what they are doing is not leadership role. They are doing what they are doing very good, fine. But do they have the capacity to lead the JFF?
Sorry for cutting in. I'm gonna jump off, gents. So have a good night.
Respect
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
man,
man.
one there,
Bless
bless
up,
up,
Trevor.
bless
bro.
up,
All
bless
Yeah,
right,
up.
man.
so we
Respect.
are
Yeah.
blessings.
So
You get to me I say unseen?
I get to answer man, but so sorry. It's unfair though not to want to give Raymond Anderson a chance. But if you look back, it's difficult because if you really check it out, remember Raymond Anderson under the leadership of a work as a vice president. People are grading based off of Wemdo at St. Mary. You understand me? And you don't know, maybe him not get the funds, him not get the bucket to do certain things that he feel me, right? So it kinda difficult to really put him under the bus and give him a try. You understand me? But on the other hand, you can say, he might come under the same wing from wing long time, and him did it. Him see the problem, a lot of things happening, and him not try to change it or try to come out
Yeah.
and speak out or whatever. I'm still underneath it. Why now?
So
Why am I for now?
so unseen. As Raymond Henderson put out a detailed manifesto how him gonna improve the JFF.
Him put out a manifesto, him talk about something, but the manifesto don't have like how him gonna raise the fund. Um, some realistic thing in terms of getting
Right.
fixing stadiums and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Understand me? How him go, stuff like that. But him talk about way more and do and way more and do, but see the way how to do
Yeah.
it.
The
You know, talk about
elite, him talk about elite in elite squad in Jamaica too.
what
We,
people say him go what him go work on the local PS players and so, and then people start taking it out a different way, Holy thing. People still in politics. Yeah, that's why I have to be careful where I say.
mm.
Politics rough.
So all right. So let me understand. When you say my work for a local based player, is it mean from a grassroots level or from
Yeah,
senior
the
level?
grassroots. I might try to fix the
Okay,
grassroots.
okay,
Well,
okay, okay. Good,
the
good.
challenge I have with that, and what I would say to Raymond, is that he should have been specific. He said that he'll be ensure that the local base players got them fair chance. To that effect, I would have wanted to hear it. He said that you got to go to the grassroots level, ensure that here at Jamaica we start with development from the grassroots level, which would sell off. But it was
Yeah.
more of a wide blanket statement to
Yeah.
say, you're gonna look at it. Because when you say that, it gives people the understanding or the belief, not say the understanding, the belief that you are cutting ties with overseas and to go more for local players. Based on, and especially the questions that that was asked, after that. But to be honest with you, my part is that I am not even sure. I believe that we want a change in the JFA. That's my view. We want a change for the better. But I'm also not sure if Raymond Anderson will give us that change. What gives me a little hope is the team that Raymond Anderson put together. Yes? Giving me some change because those persons are not in the JFF, so to speak, most of them. So that
We
would
have
have
an
given me a
issue,
little change.
We have an
Eh?
issue with some of the person on the team have an issue.
Yeah, you go have that. You go have
You
that.
know why?
Another problem.
Because from Cassava, Cassava people's there.
No, but then
Mm-hmm.
again, too, you have to understand the politics of it. Because Kasafa is not with this president. It's a way to win. Listen, if you can win them big place, then of us. Kasafa want big parish.
Yeah, but Cassava people segregate the football. That mean I lie.
Yeah, but we not.
It's like a
That's what
Kingston
we see
alone
from the
football to play.
history. From history, we have seen now in recent time those men who in Cassava was driving Cassava. Most of them, we always know say Harborview man them love that, but they are going for a lot. They are taking players from country now, bringing into their team. So they are, in a way, I don't believe it is so strict like how they used to have it, where they are Cassava
Number
central.
one, or Cassava set it up, make football landscape wrong in Jamaica because too much team there at Kingston.
Yeah, but we are going to do unseen.
So number one, wrong back.
Why? No, it can't be wrong, bang. Why is it that the teams in Kingston?
Huh?
We are going to do with them.
Yeah, but there's too much teams. It's
What will
just
you do with it? That's what I'm
I,
asking you.
Team not can move to man. Team not can move to Saudi man.
No, that makes sense. Where you move them
Relocate,
go.
relocate
Nowhere.
one side.
So is
Don't
it
want parish when I have
Casa?
no team.
All right. Let me.
You can't move
Cassava,
out Arnett and
Cassava,
Tivoli.
though unseen, is responsible for Kingston and St. Andrew, right? Football. So they are
and
charged to
and
develop
St.
their
Thomas too.
football. And
Like
St. Thomas too, okay.
you
So they
got
are
Bulby.
charged to develop their football. So obviously, if some team in a Cassava, I'm thinking that they are saying in the Premier League, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if so much team that cover, that means that they're doing something good.
No, not necessarily means something good. It is not economical, sustainable.
You have to come from if you're a big baller country man, you have to come a Cassava to play man. Or if
All
you
right. All right. All right. Look on it this way. Aren't Garden, not even at the big world country, not even at the big name country, you have
Yeah.
2, 4, 5 teams near each other in the geographical areas.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. In
We
London,
can we can talk
in London, about 5 Premier League team, about four
in and
Premier League
around.
team right now. Where you can walk from one to the next, easy walk.
Looking at Spain,
but
Yeah,
remember, say
man.
them place they bigger,
yes, and
as in
True,
see,
in
but
terms of size.
regardless of what,
right.
you have
In
to
terms of
use that.
size.
So if if
Look
a,
You know how
a
at
far
different
Fulham they
team,
from Chelsea?
look at um Arnett Garden,
Mm-hmm.
Tivoli,
Yeah,
Boystone. Too close, man.
right.
All
what
right. This is the
those are
reason.
eh,
Saudichress um football store. They in the middle between Arnett and Tivoli.
Yeah.
Saudichress want sponsor Arnett, but him not want sponsor Tivoli. But Tivoli people them buy from him.
Mm-hmm.
If him sponsor Arnett alone, I don't the money him have, he maybe lose some sales on the Tivoli side.
Mm-hmm.
What choice him left with? Don't sponsor nobody alone. Nobody.
But
unless
unseen.
me
To
just
be
have the
fair,
store for them the
unseen.
team then.
I never get to me
Yeah,
answer.
man.
No, but unless
Yeah,
my
but
store just limited to
unseen.
those groups
We
of people.
seen that work already. We see a Tivoli, a Arnett, a Boystone in a Premier League, and it work. Where all of those teams was fully supported,
Of course.
sponsors and supporters alike.
No, me not say get rid of Tivoli, but that me I say no people.
No, me know another thing I said.
No.
So you
You
are
understand
saying
me?
it's too much team.
Because Tivoli.
Have you ever tried move Tivoli unseen? Now where you want move
No, no,
Tivoli
no,
from
no,
Tivoli?
no, no, no,
Unseen.
no.
Unseen. Yeah,
What
talk
I
with
am saying is I use that just I use a the team name. No, Tivoli a foundation team where them have
Yeah,
them system already. You understand
yeah.
yes.
me? But I'm saying surrounding teams can join in like so
Like
for example,
yeah, give me
so,
some
so for
example.
example, so Raytown then. Raytown
Yeah.
they're near Tivoli. Raytown people them could have come over and play with Tivoli. Then you have to find out so the business entities in a Raytown that come on board with Tivoli.
Mm-hmm.
So Tivoli like get bigger.
But unseen, based on my recollection, people who pay for Tivoli and Arnett and unnecessarily people come from Jungle and
No, me
Tivoli.
just don't me just don't talk about that. It's not the community team. Bro. You
It's
talk
not the
about
community.
community thing, you
It's not
talk about
really a
no.
community team.
No, but you have to look on how you're going to make money. You have to look on it economically.
Listen, me no bro. That not
Marketing. How you
unseen.
going to make money.
I don't believe what you say.
Yeah, me can't agree
You
with that. What
can't
you're
compete.
I can't agree with you unseen and say
You
either.
can't
Cause
compete
No,
that unseen.
what you say no really make no sense to me.
You can't
You see me?
compete.
But why more teams from a country era though no make it to the Premier League and country is so bigger than
no,
Kingston
but
really?
more footballers are in Kingston, St. Andrew, Portmore, and then places than in the country. Only Montego Bay, you're probably gonna find a pool of players to compare with a Kingston. And I don't even think them have as much. You get what I'm saying? Remember, I'm saying Kingston are one of the more and St. Catherine are one of the most are the two of the most populated places in Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm. With businesses too.
With everything, from commerce to people, everything. So that's what you find in even you go in any country, most of the big cities, them that's where most of the top Premier League or the top team them come from. The rest of team them scatter all over the country.
That's why I have to big up Clarendon same way,
You still there,
Although
Anthony?
them although them
Yeah,
take
man, I
with
listen to you, man.
Hazard and
So
sitting and
well,
turn it in a
me
Portmore United.
understand. Me understand where you're going now. I mean, I'm gonna say your thing don't make no sense. I mean, I'm gonna say that. But at the same time, you talk about some teams where been around for a long, long time, properly structured, probably more structured than most of the teams in the country. You know what I mean? In
When I
Arnett
call a
Garden.
team name, it necessarily means that them team that come out of the
No
Premier
man,
League.
Right,
and
no,
we call the
right,
team name
right.
name,
What
I
I'm saying,
agree,
the surrounding teams around should join harm and just come
Mm-hmm.
together. So, for example, if I believe if you have,
Mm-hmm.
say 2 teams from each parish,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, 2 teams from each parish in the Premier League. I told you what. 2 teams from each parish, I try out for
Not
going.
a 28 team.
Yeah, 2 teams from each parish that try for going to the Premier League team. Premier,
Okay.
try going to the Premiership. Yeah,
Right.
it'll be more sustainable for the parish itself. I mean, I put it in the parish to support the 2 teams.
No,
That's what I
absolutely.
mean.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that may I say. Now in Cassava, the man was a ball for money, and when you check a stock, too much teams.
So you know you can solve that if you wanna take your
No, them
model and
solve it,
team.
Them solve it, JFF solve it, by putting
Yeah?
in this tier 2 system now. Then break out
Right.
of the Cassava system, put in the
Okay.
tier 2 system in place where teams from all over Jamaica can get the opportunity easier now to enter to come to the Premier.
Right. True.
So
But
whether you don't like it or not, these are some of the reasons why when me say a while ago, why them change.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
right. And see,
so-
you're the next side to that. Hold on, Trevor. You're the next side.
Mhm.
While that is a solution, what the solution does is give the other aspect of the country, other teams from other parishes to get a chance to Premier League. But that will never actually change the fact that they will still going to have X amount of teams in the Premier League from Cassava. Because if these teams in Cassava continue to maintain their stance in the Premier League, not falling in the drop zone, they will always be there.
But you know, so I'm right now in the Premier League. So how about you
Some
all
more
come
come
at them
in
and
there.
go
Eh?
how about you look like them and go down the drain there? You know, see what I go on? Changes I make.
No, but I know because
It's a matter of time.
Sadi,
Yes,
Sadi,
I'm
you
not-
did want to ask a question, Sadi. Those a Cassava team can get a chance to go in the Premier League.
because they choose not to participate in the
Eh?
No, them have somebody have feedback.
Go
Them
on,
have them have some issues with the JFF or them organize the tier 2
Them-
thing.
them no
Because
them no participating in it.
them not participate because returns in terms of them the league should have give them money like the Premier League will give the team the money and so on, transportation. So then budget it's a lot of money. You understand me? But when me I say to myself is you playing the Cassava League, how much money you spend? Play the Cassava League, win it, come second. And then no, forgot the Premier League where you can get $1 million, $1 million every month from PFJL. But you don't budget for that as well. And just try and fight if you're the top team. You understand what I mean? Yeah. But at the end of the day, everything take a little time. If you continue with this tier 2 thing here, I tell you, say, enough of these so-called big team, Cassava, I go fall out of this JPL, I tell you. Just watch and see.
Listen, man, it's just a matter of time if you have some changes. Team can't stay up forever. Things will happen. We know that. But what I want to say, this Cassava thing is a political thing, Trevor. The fact that Raymond Anderson pulled to Cassava, it is one way to garner some strong support because Cassava is against Michael Ricketts' led administration. You get what I'm saying? So why would he not? In the political scheme of it. So unseen, that's the reason why I believe, So if you want to say you're not with that team because too many Cassava members are there, it's just unfortunate. But I understand, and if you look at the positions to which he put them in, also, it is not. But I don't mind his team,
No,
It
man, me
shows
neutral,
the of changes.
Me neutral. Anybody win, me want them to make sure say them are run the thing good. Anybody win.
But unseen, you see, we may talk about the Premier League and the amount of team where in a town, saying, and you don't want to spread to the country and give more country team an opportunity. That model you don't want to go into the American system then, man, where you start franchise the thing then, but
No, you don't have to. You don't have to franchise it. You keep the qualifiers them in the parish, right? The best team you win the top flight, the major league, right? Because what this club license and club registration as company and the whole structure your club mash up a whole heap of team already. Enough team can, you understand me?
Can't come off of the ground.
So a lot of team damage already. So it help the football now in terms of enough players now gone on some team now and strengthening some teams. So there's a better football in the parishes, them, especially in the St. Catherine. Some good football playing in St. Catherine, I tell you. From D1, come right up, some good football play in a St. Catherine. Yeah?
Yeah.
You have teams like Chujos. Me can tell you, say Chujos got Premier League, them now drop out again.
Because them have the resources.
Them have the money. So that me I tell you. Them have the money.
But why they can't go? Because
Saudichress
they was
can get
close
answer for that.
last year.
Saudichress know why.
You know,
Me say they don't want to go.
I choose Saudi.
where you get that from, Trevor?
They must have it down Linstead.
I see him thing here too. Same thing
I was
here.
in Linstead the other day, you know.
Wow, it's a whole long story. It's a mix-up story.
So they don't get involved in the politics.
No man, me stay in Trevor. Me not going to make nobody pull me around. What I'm saying, it's a whole heap of story and I hear all sort of things. But one thing I'll say though, as it relates to True Juice and football in St. Catherine, they're not consistent, Bridget. The level of consistency and the ego in and around this little place. Too much good schoolboy footballers in and around this area, Trevor. And if you can tell you right now, I've been doing some checks, and it is less than 30% of these footballers we are talking about, we are looking at, engage in any football right now.
Wow.
It's serious. You have youth who expect to move on. It's just a joke thing.
So how many St. Catherine teams in the Premier League now? I know Dumble Walden and Portmore.
Yes.
Okay.
You know.
So I can run a club competition right now.
I'm going to share something. With the people. I want to remember this. You go ahead and see. The Scholastic, the Dacaster Cup Scholastic squad.
We can do it, you know.
I get a whole of the Dacaster Cup Scholastic squad, and I will share it because one of the things I look on and I say I can't understand when we look at some.
No, you get that, Saudi.
I know long time I get it, man. I see after a show start, I get it. I was just hoping could I get the Manning Cup one. That's why I never pushed.
Which one? The All Manning Cup?
No, man, the Scholastic squad.
What is that?
For the D Cup.
That time, bright boy, right, Saudi?
Them. Yeah, man, the bright boy, them who the college them are come look pan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember now, the Scholastic are going to be the curtain raiser to the All Dacaster Cup All Manning on Saturday.
That I go play first, Saudi.
It'll play first.
So none of man we play All Manning, All Dacaster and Scholastic.
No.
So I be dunks when I play All Dacaster.
Hey. Not here. Not on this side of the question.
No.
Sounds easy, you know.
No, I'm not just.
You can't say dunce, you know. You can't say dunce. You have to just say.
Not on the Saudichress show, sir.
You can't say dunce. You have to say average.
No, man, it's not average. You have to understand. Remember, say no people. Trying to find it. Hold on.
So question, unseen. So if a guy bright, right, very smart, and him capable, he should be on the All Manning team. They would not allow him to play, and they would prefer play him on the Scholastic team or on the All Manning team. How that work?
All right.
I know, you know.
Listen to this.
This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say to Tom Stranger. Everybody have them choice. If you want to go college and go to your education, I'm all up for that. You understand me? But me personally, if you have an option, pick up a contract where I can go overseas, you start make money same time, that me I go to first. Because school can go after. That's my choice. But we can't stop the next man from the way I want to go.
Yeah.
School, Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I
If you believe
always
in your talent,
must remember
if you
to say
believe,
the
mm-hmm.
MLS I move away from the NCAA draft business too. So you have to be careful.
Yeah, yeah,
Most of these persons in the scholastic teams
yeah.
had played the final year of schoolboy competition.
Okay,
All right. So it's an opportunity for them to get something
right.
quickly. You get what I'm saying? So it's the final year, and these are the youth
Oh.
with
So then pick them
excellent
on the color
academic.
six squad.
Yes.
Oh,
You get what I'm
but
saying?
sorry, here's the question I may ask. Like, say,
Mhm.
for example, you have a Kyle Dixon,
Mhm.
who's excellent, right?
Yes.
Let's say he's one of them bright youth, right?
Mhm.
Which team they would have picked him to play? Aldi or Scholastic?
I think they would have given him the choice for the scholastic because
Okay.
more he would be what you call it now. It would
So
be
these are the ones that
beneficial.
would keep on
Yeah. And even as long as
CXC
it's in final year in school.
and you're bright.
It
Yeah,
have
how
given
much
him more
CXC?
opportunity, Trevor,
How much
Mm.
CXC?
to move.
But I don't get it. I think me not
Five
like the
and
subject.
six CXC and them one have and
You
sitting.
know, you have
Basadi,
yes.
Basadi, both games gonna play the same day. Isn't all the scores gonna be there for both games?
They will be there for both games, but you have different type of scouts who
No,
looking for
right,
players
I
for different
understand.
things.
Right, looking for some of
Clubs
them
are
are look
club
for
scouts are
college,
that, you know.
some are
Yeah.
look for club. Me
All right.
get that.
So look here now, people. Hold on. This same squad
Mm-hmm.
will be playing in a college. Them are going to have a college recruiting thing, go on Friday, this Friday and Saturday. This Friday at States,
Mm-hmm.
and another set will be at the JFF, the Horace Burrell Center of Excellence on Saturday.
And
So
when is the all man?
the following week.
Okay.
So
That's
you
cool.
have scouts from college now coming to see these guys differently.
Right,
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. So from all the all money now, you're going to find people that come for clubs, other university. You understand what I say?
Of course, yeah.
Different structures. Yeah. So that is one of the things. So even though this they want to show up themselves, what you call it now, um, Friday and Saturday. But for the
Mm-hmm.
showdown piece, I think everybody go and see
Right.
them are go play on Saturday. Because again, too, some players on this way that love seeing all the Costa Cup team.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? One thing I want to say, people, I don't know much about the others, but there's one player on this team that I really want to big up.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to big him up till me get him on the show, but me have to say it. Asher Hutchinson, the Dintil goalkeeper, first
Mm.
number one. This man have over 10 subjects.
Well,
I heard y'all
nice.
talk it the other day, and I
Yeah,
was
man.
surprised,
Trust me.
and I said, big up seeing with Asha,
I have to big him up.
congratulations and thing.
Asher have him subjects for him a 15-year-old come up.
Whoa,
Him, him,
that's
him
good,
left
man.
him left Mount Pleasant with 4 subjects. Come to Dintil at 16 plus years old. And he continued to do his subjects year after year. Bright boy. I was told that he even take less than a year to do 2 subjects in a recit.
Mm.
Pay to do them in a recit, and he's just a naturally bright boy. Yeah, so Asha, big up yourself. I want you up on the show.
In bright man, based on when you see him play.
Yeah, man.
At
Trust me.
at 16 I play for Hornet, 17-year-old.
Yeah, man.
Big games.
Yeah. And his brother have some subjects too, Shamar.
Mm.
Yeah. So you see, these are things that we want to highlight about these set of players who we are
Yeah,
going to
man.
follow. You understand? So I may say to I say we're going to put some things out there to make people know say schoolboy football now is a little different and we want to channel it. We still have some little things that are going on we want to show everybody say it can work without the little lame thing, without the non-school business. Yeah? Trust me. Because when you have a youth playing the Costa Cup football, finish him the Costa Cup years
Some
and
national youth from Magrat.
where
Not this year.
McGrath team, a young team, Bridging.
No, man, I want to Messi.
Which Messi?
The man you left with school.
No, man. Messi have one more year in a football, Bridging.
No, sir.
Where you want to lose?
I tell you. The
Eh?
goalkeeper go away.
Talk to me about Messi, man. I Messi you talk about.
Hmm?
Talk to me about Messi, sir.
I'm not going to because I don't want to base on me here.
Okay. I understand what you say now.
Wish Messi to go with Saudi. You know, Messi kick in 2 goals in Charlie Mount next season.
Oh,
You know,
Charlie
so
Mount, I'd see that Charlie Mount, man.
Yeah.
That's at
Charlie.
least, man. We like play against quality, you know. So you can get better as a coach.
Hey, how did I pick up? How did I pick up more? I didn't see in RMJ.
Unseen, man.
So
You
what
can
go
check
on
out
with
the
Mona
code.
there unseen?
Eh?
What go on with Mona there?
Who?
Mona.
Most of them players are go overseas soon. That are
No.
going.
We're not jump the gun, man. The last conversation
Man,
we
then
have
talk
over
to
here,
you. Man, then talk to you a long time unseen about Mona problem.
Some never answer the Mona thing
No.
already, man.
Hold on,
You
man.
didn't answer Trevor. You didn't answer
Hold
Trevor.
on the time. Going into the game with Clarendon College and Mona. Unseen come out and make some talk and Ray and blah blah blah. Me I say Unseen, Mona not have a chance against Clarendon. You remember that conversation there?
Yeah, man.
So what go on? What happened to Mona? What happened with Mona?
The keeper don't give a goal in Brazil.
Keep on getting goal there.
You know, see what the game and see it.
Nah, pressure, man. That's a football,
Yeah.
man. Pressure, man. Too
Pressure.
much, man. The ball dazzle, no, man.
You can't be a keeper. You can't be. Me put some pressure on the keeper because
Pressure bus pipe it on, see.
you can't be a player with so much experience and all them foolishness there. And then now the coach are gonna say him have knee problem. They could you don't put on next keeper and I go. Man have knee problem and he can't jump.
All right. I give you that. But when you get teach football that day, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. Mona in the game first half.
Yeah, man. Of course. We're not saying in that game.
Yeah, and then could have scored at least 2 goals. 2 goals in
Yeah,
scoring.
man. Yeah, man.
But apart that the thing with football is that you have to defend to go to. Mona never defend properly.
Mona, I'm telling you now, I don't care how much goal you can score. No. CC, I go score more than uno.
6 minutes do and then get the
You can't get 6 and a Glenmore this. I'm mad.
Lucky to get 6 of that me I tell you.
Lucky what?
Let's talk about what is there. We can't talk after the fact. Tell me. And seeing as I said to you about that Mona team, we are killing keeper now because he have a very bad game. But how much help the defenders or the defense have given that keeper in that game?
No care you're good as a defender. Ball can't pass.
Just cool, no brother. Me not say no ball can't pass it. I just question.
Answer your question. I say no care good you be, you block certain areas to pass. A man can keep the ball from far out. When the goal and we score, the keeper arm going to the back of it. And if he does, he can't come off and foot good dive properly. Come off because the power will come from him, generate from him soleus muscle and then muscle in gastrocnemius.
Yeah, correct.
Give the ball.
Hold on, unseen. This is a regular show, you know, that was biology class here, sir. So them sitting there where you call, what we do with the layman term, bro?
No, sir. We can't manage your Trevor.
Unseen. Clarendon College dominate on the backline, dominate on all over the pitch.
Yeah, but not every time a team will dominate, a team win.
We know that. But we were telling you that Clarendon College is better by miles than Mona.
Yeah, they could be better than them. Or all things go in their favor, and Mona could have win the game same way.
All right, let me ask that.
Of course, it's football.
Yeah.
Before the game, did you think Clarendon College is miles better than Mona?
No.
I think tactically.
No, man. Answer yes or no, brother.
The individual players were better.
If you think Clarendon College was better than Mona.
Yeah, as a team, better than Mona.
I think based on them tactics, they were better.
So you think
what Mona
Mona
was better?
overall is a better team then?
No,
Get tactics out of it for me and see. Which one of the team you think is the better team?
what you mean by the team? I don't understand what you're asking. What we are coming with?
When you look
That's
at
the
two teams and
difficulty,
see,
though, like.
when you look at two teams, right? You look at two teams play over a period of time, right? In most cases, you can say Team A is better than Team B. In most cases. So we ask you, which one of the team going into the game, did you think Mona better than Clarendon College?
No, not really. But I think
Okay.
what me think if the personnel is not a Mona team were fit enough or based on what me I hear,
Right.
you know, they have a better game, and after them would have win. We
Right,
never
right.
expect,
Yeah.
Clarendon to give it 4, maybe a 2-1 or a, 2-love, or maybe Mona nick it 1-love and do the Jose Marino.
Okay.
Yeah.
But honestly,
This
it was
this one
no
who
doubt
Clarendon
in
a
my
play how
mind.
them this one who Clarendon a play how them pass the ball and so.
Mhm.
That's the way you have to play them. If you're not a team that can pass well like them, you have to press them. And I think most of the teams in Jamaica they don't really try to learn to pass the ball like
Yeah. I agree
at
with you.
Clarendon College. I think
I agree with you.
if a next team in Jamaica can learn to pass the ball like them and move the ball around like them, Clarendon College are in trouble.
Yes. If they can get the quality where them get, I would them have. You know what I
But the
mean? Because
quality come with
passing the
coaching,
ball.
Most of those players see Clarendon College, even though they come from town. Clarendon College, them have
Mm.
go from under 14,
Yeah,
under
yeah, man, I
16,
know that.
come
But what may I say
around.
now? Yeah, we know say coach develop players, good coaches, should I say, develop talent into good players and great players, right?
Mm.
But we are all not equal. You get what I'm saying? So we have a good coach and him are doing job very well, but him just can't get this much out of these players. You know what I'm saying? Based
Mm.
on talent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Clarendon College, bro, Clarendon College most of the time get the cream of the crop in the boss. From a tender age, you know.
Yeah, because they recruit properly.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of
Exactly.
quality players, even at Linstead, may I tell you, see if the team them recruit properly and put them Linstead, oh God,
Mm-hmm.
man, may I tell you. You see if Dintil, all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know why Margaret do so well now?
Yeah.
Because Margaret
Mm-hmm.
is a school where most of the ball of them in the Lindsay area from the primary system,
Mm-hmm.
they pass for that school because not all the what I say now, the high pass
Mm-hmm.
PEP students going to Margaret. You will find the lower grades one them going to Margaret. And
Right.
3/4 of them are the best player them in the area.
Okay.
What Charlie Mount usually do and what them do is go and take out some of those players and put
Right.
them in their system. I remember I was one of the scouts one of the years in the primary because me that teacher in school. So me go
Mm-hmm.
recruit for Charlie Mount 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
those players carry Charlie Mount to the second round of the under 14.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the under 14 team there. That was the under 14. That was the Manning Cup team here when Duki left the job. And then go second round. That
Mm-hmm.
team, yeah? That team is supposed to be playing this the year when me come, but a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
players who get run got, Matthew Ellis, who left the school, the whole heap of players gone, who gone back and Moby, about 6 or 7 or 8 started players me I tell you about. Oh, that make Charlie
Mm-hmm.
Mount big team this year when we did it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? So you have to have build from scratch, and so on. And then
Yeah, the
and then
only way I miss it, to be
and
honest
then
with
they
you.
will
The
have
only.
this year now.
Mm-hmm.
This year now would have been most of them last year. This year we are come, this season we are come now. That'll be them
Yeah.
last year.
Last year. Okay.
Right. And then some of them now would have a next year again. So you see what I show you, and then now the under 16 people Charlie Mount go second round. So that'll be a big year. what may I say, the point that may I tell you is that if Dintil decides, hey, oh, you're gonna recruit between St. and Linston and
Spanish
guys
Town.
Spanish Town, may I tell you,
Yeah,
and
man.
have a structure and make them
Mm-hmm.
play consistent football every year.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can tell me I tell you that.
Yeah.
The quality in a norm. Saudichress can tell you the quality in a normal over Linston side. So you what
No, man, for years. We know that
Yeah,
long,
man, I
long
hold it,
time.
man.
Way back. Way back.
you
Big
understand me
time,
I say?
man. We just need to get
Mm-hmm.
structures in
But
place.
the problem with the administrators and then now it's far along from the coaches is that the Corner League mentality. The Corner League mentality. You at Corner League is good, but me I tell you, it mash up the football in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Which year?
Why?
Eh?
Why mash up the
We mash
football? It
up
don't
this
matter
year and
which
have
year side. Why
no,
mash
but
up the football?
Why mash up the football?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you know the other day me a reason with one prominent coach in that year. And then I say,
you can't call in here, man. No.
no man, I'm not
No,
calling
man,
him.
we're not calling you, man. What are you
Man
talking
said,
about?
I wish that there's no Corner League in this year.
Mm-hmm.
I may ask him why. Him say because
Mm-hmm.
3/4 of the youth them, all them want to do when summer come, coach, you can go play for one team that can go play Corner League.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Why you
Mm-hmm.
want to play Corner League? Them
Money.
can't get a valuable answer.
Money. Am I get money?
Them not get no money. Some of them not get no money.
Let me tell you what happened to the Yuatan Corner League. Believe it or not, it's a lot
Mm.
of exposure
That may I say
because
too.
no, it's a lot of exposure. It carries a lot of crowd. It show
Mm.
people, and that is why they want to be in it.
Yeah.
No, when I look at it even this year, and not very a few schoolboy playing I Corner League this year, you know, and see.
One schoolboy football team.
Few schoolboys playing it.
What
Normally,
time of the year? What time of the year it play?
summer, June to August.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
When me used to coach Yuatan, every year my Yuatan team play night, you know, as a team. And me play them because more and they get the exposure and the level of big man practice football. We are play against them big team with Kevin Lamy and we are get like 5-2. We pick back a lot of teams because I never use it for a win situation. Me use it
and
for
I'm gonna
win
tell
like,
you, the next reason why it mash up.
Mm-hmm.
When football done, when that done,
Mm-hmm.
the man them over there say wait again next year again to complete the Canada League again. Nobody
which
no
man
want to
them?
go on the Premier League team. Nobody no want to go. Just wait till summer come. You see amount of ball that come out of cribbage and can. I wonder how them youth and play Premier League.
Yeah,
Trevor,
but
it goes
unseen, to be honest with you, yeah, me agree with you now. It will cause some kind of distraction for the youth them if it are playing at the summer months, because that's the time when schoolboys supposed to prepare for the D Cup. So you know what I mean. It will cause distraction for most of them.
and unseen. Me just want to bring it to Trevor too. The same coach I'm talk about. It's not so much the reason why I no want the Corner League play. We have that discussion and we have a plan where we see we can go around it. Is that the
Mm-hmm.
amount of money, Trevor, that is spent on the Corner League?
Mm-hmm.
We are hoping that it could have been go to a little more grassroots football, then, so to speak, because
Right, right.
80%, Trevor, of the players who
Mm-hmm.
play in the Corner League they're not from Yuatan.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we are saying, can we get some of our homegrown players, youth them,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to get some football, spend some of the money because the Corner League team, Reggie, me I talk about, you know, you have Corner League team one night a pay like $120,000 fee to players, you
Yeah,
know.
that's the kind of league always
No man,
generate.
you talk about them 2 seasons. You don't have to before that when man I pay at 500,000.
No man, me not talk the big team we use 20 Premier League ball. I mean, I talk about a regular team we want to match up, Trevor. Because
Yeah.
you have team with Corner League name, and every year I want two teams step up and try to do this. So that is it. That is how it is.
I hear them talk about Jamaican people that like football. That's a ram. When we say ram,
Mm-hmm.
Because
ram.
because what they want from that football is entertainment.
Entertainment, and it's there because quality over there. And it's convenient to
This is
them
what
to
I'm saying.
just
And
drive
then
go down the
again,
road and
and
walk
see,
down the road.
as you know, if you charge $100 for going, the people then still want to pay 50. Anything you
Yeah.
charge a half of it, they want to pay. So you have to charge $1,000 to get them to pay 500.
Mm-hmm.
So
People
that's
pay them.
another
People,
cultural problem.
people pay their money still. Boy.
Yeah, because you reach a stage now where they can't do better. You have to pay to get it.
You
But
know, Jamaica think take a good time. You have to just be sturdy and strong.
One thing that good in I say is a good and bad with that thing. Like I said, for the school boy, them it probably not good, but it
Yeah,
good.
and
It
then
good.
what's going on now? You see, most of the people
Mm.
them who are spend the money in the year in the corner league, most of them
Mm-hmm. They're
are
not.
no, most of those persons are like managers in the school system. So them tend to go do the same thing with them practice in the corner league.
Right.
That is something I got to know.
Oh.
So
Oh.
you get
Trevor,
where I come
Yeah,
from?
yeah,
Trevor, no
yeah,
unseen. That's a Broadbush statement. No.
No, sir. It's reality.
Reggie,
Me can debate you. Me can go for the
I
facts and me
one
can beat
manager
you
in
right
my
now.
thing spending the money there. We're involved with schoolboy.
Oh,
One.
oh,
You don't
No,
want to
no
call
call no
name, but you
name.
ask me now.
No call no name.
It's one,
oh.
Trevor. All right, when we end the show, let's end the show, people. On this
No.
note, it was a very long 3 hours.
You
Don't
know, you gotta protect the car league, you know. You understand? But my words can't make it stop, you know. I'm
no.
glad tell you the issue when me have with it.
Listen to
Where
what I
I
am
mash
saying.
up the football.
I am not saying no. I'm not killing you. I'm talking about when you make the blanket statements, you have to
End the show,
be
sir.
fair.
End the show
All right,
unless
so
yeah.
let's have it. People, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for staying with us for this long 3 hours. This is where we leave you. Come Friday night, we'll have a special guest on show Friday night. Until then, this is where we leave you. Goodbye and out.